Hey, everybody. Can everybody hear me okay? Or do I need to put the headphones on? People ask why you have to use these headphones. It's so I can hear this. That way, if I know I got different settings on it, I know it probably sounds a little different, but I don't know. I'm just trying something different. If you can hear me okay, just let me know. Damn, work always gets in the way. Are you working on Saturday? That's weird. Sounds fine. Okay. I don't know how we'll make this last as long as you always want it to last. I mean, I realize Saturday's not a good day to do these kinds of things. People's grocery shopping, and Christmas shopping this time of year and all that kind of stuff. I'm thinking about the first of the year of changing my channel around, and I don't want to do it if it's going to upset my loyal viewers. And if you guys come to this, then you're one of my loyal viewers. If you come to port sitting, then you're one of my loyal viewers. You can have 100,000 subscribers, but when only 1,000 shows up to stuff, those are your loyal viewers. The other ones, I don't know where they go. I'm thinking of doing what I want to. I'm calling it. I'm not going to call it anything yet, but what I'll call it right now is to add. I'm always. I know I'm jumping around. I'm always changing things because I don't want to compete. I've told you guys this. I know you're going to sound like I'm rambling on again, but I don't want to compete with these other YouTubers with golf cart rides. I don't mind doing them once in a while. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'll totally stop doing it. I just don't want to have the pressure of doing one every Monday because they're not all going to be hits. I mean, you end up doing things that you really is not all that interesting, but you got to have something, right? And so you look for something. And I just don't want to be that way. I just don't want to be the guy looking for something. Just like the tap dancer studio thing we did down there. There was 3 hours of that hard work of trying to get that edited down to, which I don't even know what it ended up being, 15, 20 minutes ish, somewhere in that area. And then I go look at the views on it. It just shows me that one or two things is happening. Either there's becoming so many YouTube channels around here that people are starting to spread out and they're just simply not watching as much as they normally would because they're watching this person, that person, that person. You know what I'm saying? That the views on that, after all that work and all that time and all their time, all them people took their time to do this for us, and we're not getting any views. That amounts to anything. I mean, it's been up for several days. I should be upwards of 4 or 5,000 views at least, and I'm not even close. So it's just like it's become a wasted effort. And I've told you guys this before that it's I don't want to do something if it's not going to bring in an extra dime or two. And because by the end of the year, we give it all away to Wish. I use that extra money to mail stuff out to you guys, and what I don't even want to get into all that. It sounds like I'm whining, and I'm not whining at all. I'm always looking for ways to make my channel a little more unique than the next guy. The WNL is a little more unique than the next guy, but also just take the WNL show, for example. People really don't watch that. I mean, there's a handful that come to the show, and there's a lot of them that watch the show after the show, and that's all fine. But the after shows don't get a chance to play the game, and I feel bad about that they don't get a chance to maybe win something, but that's their choice. Um, but still, it doesn't really help the channel grow, and that's what it's all about. So I get a lot of questions. I've noticed since I started doing the news a few months ago on a regular basis, I just started noticing that I get a lot of questions usually after each news segment. Why did this happen? Or how's come they don't do something about that? Now I'm just paraphrasing here, but you guys get the point what I'm saying. So I just got to thinking, and I actually got this idea from somebody else. Thank you, whoever you are. You guys may not think that I listen to you, but I do. All these chats and things here. I may not be able to get to them right away, but I guarantee you I read each and every one of them. So I had this thought, this idea, and a suggestion that maybe I should go live right after the news show on Friday. And I thought about this. This has been going on for a couple of months now, thinking about it. And I was thinking, that may not be a bad idea because I get pretty good views still on the news. They vary from one Friday to the next because of holidays and whatever, but I still get pretty good views on the news. And I get what a lot of you don't see on emails and things. I get a lot of emails about stuff on there. So because and here's why. And it's perfectly fine. They don't want to make a comment on the video because they're afraid of other people jumping all over them about making that comment. And it wouldn't be me, it'd be just whoever, right? If there's a comment here, anybody that reads that comment, like right now, well, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys chat to each other all the time on the comments, and that's fine. That's what it's for. But they didn't want somebody jumping on them. So they send me an email knowing the only person that's going to see that email is going to be me. And then I respond back to them, the best that I can. So I was thinking, they might have a point here about this after the news thing if it's going to help grow the channel and create more interest in the channel. And I'm just here to ask you guys what you might think of it. And it ain't, listen, think about this. It isn't something I just want to try for a week or two. If I decide to do it, we have to look at it as a long-term basis of doing it for at least the next 6 months, maybe a year, and even possibly beyond, depending on the views. We'll run a news segment on Friday, like I do now, with all the stuff, whatever it may be that's on there. Right after the news, did you see how this one started? It'll say starting in 1 minute, and until, well, I had to go get my iced tea. And it'll be relaxed, just like this is. This is just relaxed. That's me talking to you guys and you talking to me. This is what this is. So the news comes up, you watch it, you have a question. You see something on the news, you have a question, whatever it is. Why didn't the villages do this? Or why didn't the police do that? I wonder why they keep putting up with this. Well, when did they change that? You know what I'm saying? And then the news is over. I usually try to keep the news. I found out from you guys it's a comfortable time limit for the news. About a half an hour. There's no way that I can do news in 10 or 15 minutes. I just can't do it. There's too much of it. Matter of fact, even at a half hour, I've left a ton of stuff out, but I just pick what I think is kind of important. And it's just a shame that some of the stuff that's really important around here it's all about drugs and drunks. But this holiday time, we're going to get some other stuff, some Christmas stuff and things like that. But would you be interested in that? Does that sound like something that'd be interesting to all you guys to see the news? You watch the news, a question comes up in your mind, and you know that within 5 minutes after the news is done, we're going to be live like this. And I'm going to be able to go through the chat and see what you got to say and try to answer things the best that I can. And maybe Sue will join me. I don't want to say she will. Like right now, she's not here at house. She's gone. She went to what the hell's the name of that town Deb lives in? I can't even think of it. My mind anymore. I swear. Anyway, she's over visiting Deb all day. I don't know what she's going to do. Don't know if she's going to visit anything or a video anything. She told me yesterday, she said, I don't know if I'm going to video anything over there or not. Or she said, I'm just going to enjoy the day with Deb. I said, well, whatever you want to do. I mean, it's fine with me. So we'll see what comes out of that. What would be great, because I am on my StreamYard right now, the system I use for WNL where I can invite guests in. What would be great is if somehow Sue was in the chat and she said, hey, invite me in and I've got Deb right here and we'll talk, but we'll see. So anyway, says it might be YouTube messing with the algorithm. I've heard that before and I don't understand the algorithm at all. I went to Nick Neiman's channel where he's a YouTube guy and I've been to other ones. I can't think of all the names of them, trying to figure this out. What is it you should do or should not do? Because things to me just aren't adding up. They're just not adding up. Um, I just don't get it. I really don't. And I'm not no guru about this. I just figure this stuff out. Just like this system of inviting guests on and things. I watched somebody else's channel and they were talking about this system they had. I Googled the system. I found their website. I found their Facebook page. I went in, I typed a bunch of questions. They had a free app that you could use. I never used it for a show, but I did get the free app. And then I used WrestleMania, I think, as an experiment, and maybe a couple other people. And I played with them. No, that don't sound good, does it? I talked to them using this system, inviting them in, taking them out, and kind of got used to what it was. And then I decided, well, yeah, I think I'll use this. And if you go back to, well, I know you won't be able to because I made them all private. Other than the last 2 or 3 WNLs, the rest of them are private. There might be one that's still open to the public, but I'm not sure about it. The number one WNL is gone. You won't be able to see that one at all. But anyway, you can see how things has gotten better through time. I know you like to make fun of the little glitches that happen, but hey, things happen. But you can see how things has gotten better. It's because I've gotten used to it. I kind of figured things out along the way. So it just gotten better, I think. But the viewerships and things on that has gotten better, but not like they should have. So the truth of it is, live stuff doesn't do anything to grow your channel. And I've always been on the fence about whether I should even do any more because it doesn't do anything to grow the channel. Here's what'll grow the channel: do videos of brand new homes, do walkthroughs, talk to the real estate people. Well, good luck on that because a village's real estate company will not talk to a YouTuber. They've been told not to because the company has their own YouTube channel, and so they don't want them talking to guys like me. The excuse was they say we want to make sure our information gets put out there that's correct. Okay, so anyway, that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, what do you think? Do the news, and then you guys know that 5 minutes or so after the news, then we're going to have this chat here. That if you got any questions about the news, then we'll do it. I don't know. I mean, it sounds interesting to me, but I don't know whether you guys will do it. See, I got 68 people here. You know, out of 12,000 people that subscribe to my channel, 68. See what I'm saying? That's my loyal subscribers right there. 68 people. And it just dropped down to 65. So 3 of them said, screw you and left. What can I tell you? I mean, it's heartbreaking sometimes to watch this stuff. Oh, we're back up to 68. Maybe they come back. Let's go to the chat here and see what's going on. Hey, G Breeze, appreciate it, man. Let me get over here on this other system here. I got help to do all this on the WNL. As you know, WrestleMania works behind the scenes now. And it's goes a lot for one man to do all this. It's just beyond my thing there. G Breeze, $1.99. I guess that's a super chat. Appreciate it, bud. I'll put it in with the kids' money. I've been working on that too for all the people that sent in PayPal stuff and stuff for the kids. I'll try to do my best to thank everybody on the WNL show this month because you know this month is for the Wish Foundation. But I got so many here and on the back and on the front and I wrote them all down and I can't thank everybody enough. And I've been in contact with Jenna down there, some other new girl. I can't think of her name either. But anyway, I've been in contact with all of them. We are going to go down there and we will write that final check, whatever that final check is. Watch the show and you'll know. Bill B, I see you're on here. I have some thoughts and ideas that I will discuss with you at the Patreon lunch. Okay. I'll be there. Any TiVo users in here? See, you guys talk over my head. I don't even know what TiVo is. I mean, that's how up to date. Mountain Door, Becky Forbes. I see that. Yeah, Mountain Door. Sue's over Mountain Door with Deb all day. I just hope Deb don't talk her into buying more stuff. Refrigerators in, microwaves in. Of course, the new stove, we've had it for a couple of months now. It's in. Dishwasher is not installed yet. It's still out in the garage. I hurt my back moving the refrigerator out to the garage, the old one that I wanted to keep. I moved it out in the garage. I hurt my back, so I'm not going to do anything until, my back feels better. I had a doctor appointment yesterday, went and saw her. and go through the yearly rigmarole, you know. So got that out of the way. Sue got her treatments out of the way. We went and did a final video of I don't want to give too much away, of a house and of a company that did some work on this brand new house. It took 3 days to get this video, and now I got 3 days of stuff here that I'll have to go through it and try to figure out how to make it interesting, informative in 10 or 15 minutes, because that's all people usually watch is 10 or 15 minutes. Oh, Laura Lamp, thank you so much. $50 for the kids. Here, let me write that down right now. Oh shit, I just did something. What the hell did I just do? Wait a minute. Oh, we're back. Whew. I reached up there to get a pencil and I touched something and everything disappeared. Did I say a cuss word? If I did, I'm sorry. Where's my ink pens? You know, I give away sets of ink pens by the hundreds, and then when I need an ink pen, I never have one. Wait a minute. Where is it? I guess I'll just go grab a new one. Have you guys seen our new ink pens? Sue buys these things, and we usually give them away when we have meet and greets and things like that. Just a little gift from us. Yeah. You seen them? I think they're nice. I gave them, of course, I gave them to all the W&L crew, and they all told me that what the one thing that they really like is this little keychain flashlight thing. Let me turn it on. That. I shut it off. Put it back in here. Anyway, let me write that down real quick so I don't forget. Not that I would forget, but while we're just chatting, this is not a show. I'm just chatting with you guys to get your ideas about stuff. Okay, $50 from Laura Lamp. Thank you so much, Laura. You have been such a great supporter of this channel since we started it. See, I recognize the names now. Some of you guys have been around for so long that I know your name. I may not know your face, but I know your name. $50. Okay, put that in there. I know I do things the old-fashioned way. I know somebody's going to say something. Well, you know, you can put that on your computer in a little file. Yeah, I know. Then all of a sudden, the computer crashes and I lost the file. Well, you know, they got a cloud. Does anybody really know what a cloud is? I mean, I know it's a place to save stuff, but I'm not sure what a cloud is. I don't trust all this stuff. I know when I write it down on that piece of paper, it ain't going anywhere. You know how I know? You guys are going to hate me once again. My studio is off limits to everybody. My wife don't even come in here. Now, she only comes in here once in a great while if there's something in here she has to get, or I might tell her, I said, oh, there's one laying on my desk, just go get that, you know. But basically, all in all, my studio's off limits. I've had some people that want to come down and have a meet and greet, and they said they'd like to see my studio. I'm not trying to be a dick. I really ain't. But my studio's off limits. You're not coming in here. It's not that I got secrets in here. I don't. But as you've seen, I just touched something and I lost everything. Everything in here is so sensitive that if you bump something or whatever, it could throw the whole system off. I don't know what I'm doing with 99% of this stuff. And then it might take me 3 days to figure out what happened. So when everything's working decent, maybe not perfect, but decent, no, you're not coming in here. Let me see. Oh, I can take that back off, right? All right, wait a minute, put it back up there. There we go. Where did my wait a minute. There it is. I was gonna say I've got my YouTube chat over here on the other side because I like to use it because it shows my YouTube members in green, where the chat here, well, it does. I guess I see Mark Berry on here. He's a member. People, what's the green mean? The green means you're a YouTube member of mine. And blue, if their name should happen to come up blue on your YouTube chat. See, that's right. On here, on StreamYard, it doesn't show that. But on the YouTube chat, if their names are in blue and there's a little wrench after it, those are special people. That's my moderator. And they've all been hand chosen by us because we trust them. They kind of know what's going on. and they have the power. And by that, I mean, if you say something bad, do something bad or whatever, they got the power to throw you off the channel. I don't know how, no, I don't know how else to put it, but that's what it is. Also, did Mark Berry just do that again? Mark Berry just gifted 5 Village Skip Smith memberships. You can do that. Um, Apparently, I ain't figured out how to do it. Or I can't do it. I don't know. I tried to do it the other day when we was having porch setting. I tried to gift, and I don't even have that option. So if it's my channel, apparently I can't do it. But weird, I can super chat myself, which I did out there. I think I sent $20 to me. I'm gonna give it to the kids anyway. But I thought, well, isn't that weird? I can super chat money, but I can't join my own, and I can't gift. Does that make sense? Whatever, but that's what it is. And I keep in mind, YouTube is making changes again. At the end of the year, they all do for the next year. So I'll just remind everybody: if you're here, you're subscribed. I'm sure, or that's how you got notified, because you're subscribed. But there's so many people right now, not just me, from other YouTube channels. I hear them complaining that they've lost memberships. Every year this happens. YouTube will make changes, and in their changes, I'm sure it's not on purpose, but there's a glitch where it'll actually unsubscribe people from different channels. So anyway, I'm tired of wondering about that. I want to say about, what do you guys think about that after news thing? I mean, that's, to my mind, that's the first name that comes up: after news, or news after the news. I try to keep the names as short as possible so people can remember them. I don't know. Think it's worth my time or not? Thanks, Mark, for gifting out those. Does that show up on here? I'm going back and forth here. See, that's a funny thing. See, look at that. There's Laura, and Mark came up after that. Mark. Gosh, Lord. I see a lot of green names on here. A lot of them were gifted. I think Mark Berry and maybe Jerry Bell. Between the two of them, I think they've gifted quite a few memberships to people that don't have. They buy them and they get, YouTube passes them out. And the way I understand it, they pass them out to people that react to the live. So in other words, if you're on this live and you're typing in the chat, you're reacting to this live. So when he gifts them out, that YouTube passes them out, not Mark. He buys them. So, but YouTube passes them out, the way I understand it, to how people are reacting to the live. Once again, that's one of them algorithm things that I don't understand. I'm not sure anybody else does either, and I'll tell you why. Everybody's got their own opinion about how it works. Every one of their opinions are a little bit different, so I don't think they know either, really. Maybe it's best that we don't really know how that works. So that's correct. YouTube chose who it's gifted to. Yes. Phil Beard, a good man, JWH. Kelly Rezniak. Am I saying that right? Rezniak? I only watch Skip regularly. Well, you can watch other people, Kelly. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I'm trying to figure out how this YouTube thing works, because I've watched people here that's maybe 2 years, and they blew by me in subscriberships, just blew by me. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, there could be a lot of things going on that I just don't understand, but I've been doing this full time since 2014. And I feel like I'm still just struggling along here. I mean, I'm growing. I'm growing, like so far this month. Let me see. Let me check my thing here if I can do it. And I'm not whining. Don't get me wrong. And don't take any of this the wrong way. Actually, what I wanted to do here was to find out what you guys thought about that after news thing. Good idea? Not a good idea? I mean, and be honest. Do you think it's just, that sounds goofy? Say so. That's why I have this, is I want your idea. And I'll see Bill B at the Patreon lunch. And by the way, did I tell everybody it's going to be a pitch in? Everybody brings a dish. I got an email the other day saying it might be a good idea to tell everybody to bring their own dishes, their own forks, spoons, or whatever. I'm going to assume you'll get a Patreon message from me if any of this changes. I'm going to assume that we have stacks of for the camper. It's out here in our kitchen in a cabinet of they're not really paper plates, maybe they are. I don't know, but they're thicker. And we have bags of plastic spoons and forks and stuff. I'm going to assume Sue's going to bring that. I don't know why she wouldn't. And if she's not, if I remember, I'm going to throw it in the car. Now, if you're one of them people that just has to have silverware, has to have a hard plate, things like that, then yes, I think you ought to bring your own plate and your own silverware. Definitely bring your own beer, your own drink of choice, whatever it may be. I'm going to bring a cooler of beer, and if anybody wants to share a beer with me, I'm going to have some. So we'll do that. But it's going to be a pitch in. I think I sent you guys a message on Patreon about where, what time, and all that. And hey, yes, somebody sent an email and I just not hit me. Said, I'm going to have a visitor. Can I bring a visitor? Absolutely. Bring a visitor. Bring your neighbor. If your neighbor would like to come, who knows? Your neighbor coming to our Patreon lunch might encourage them to also become one of my Patreons. I mean, I don't know. It all snowballs. So yeah, bring a neighbor if they want to come. You got a girlfriend, bring her. Um, whatever. I'm not I'm not discriminatory on anything like that. And I did get a lot of I mean, you see them or not. Yeah. I did get a lot of emails RSVPing about who's going to be there and who's not going to be there. So I thank you for that. And what the heck was I looking for? I got the rambling. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, never mind. Okay, let me back this thing up here just a little bit and see what you guys think of this. Kevin, Laura, I'm looking at all that. I'm back at the beginning again. Becky says yes. Okay. Cindy, 40 degrees in Chicago. She says he can hear me fine. Good. I got different settings on this. If you watch my news as it goes on when I'm using this mic, this is what they call a dynamic mic. I'm not used to a dynamic mic. I'm used to this mic. That mic is a condenser mic, and I've got that one pretty well set to where I leave it. I don't have to mess with it. This one, I'm always messing with it. I'm always turning the volume up, turning the volume down. There's all kinds of settings on this machine over here, and I'm always changing things because when I watch the videos and I listen to the audio, it just doesn't satisfy me. Sometimes it seems too shrill. Sometimes it seems too bassy. I don't know. I mean, maybe I need to get a different mic. Maybe this mic just doesn't match my voice very well. I'm really leaning back as far as a dynamic mic. I'm leaning toward the Shure SM7B. That's like the premier mic. But with that, you need to spend really a $200 or $300 more to get the accessories that goes with the mic that improves the audio. So I haven't done anything yet. I just use what I got. What else we got? Sounds okay. Everybody telling me the mic sounds fine. I'm like I say, I'm clear back at the top again. I'm trying to find out who likes the idea of the after news segment, and there won't be a time limit on it. It'll start roughly within 5 minutes after the news show ends on Friday. See, it starts at 6, right? Yeah, 6. Usually about a half hour. Let's say at 6:30. That's the end of it. So by 6:35, we'll do this after the news. And then if anything comes up during the news you wanted to ask about or whatever questions that it may bring up, that's when we're going to do it. How long will it last? It depends on how many questions you ask. May last 10 minutes, may last 2 hours. I don't know. And that's how I do porch setting. As long as you guys are talking and asking, I just feel like we're just going to sit and talk. But it's limited to about 2 hours because, as you all know, my iPad lasts about 2 hours and then the battery goes dead. Liberty Park says hello. Hey, Kevin, in Liberty Park. I know Liberty Park well. I used to know a couple of people up there I played golf with years ago. KM says live on air. Yes. We were talking about Wednesday. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. This is why I need a co-host on WNL, because when I have a brain fart like that, I can always look at Linda, and if you ever watch, she has a way of coaching me along. But Becky says I would not be caught in the store shopping right now. Well, me neither. I'm not a shopper anyway. I never have been, and especially around here around Christmas time, it's I could just imagine it's a nightmare. You know, and if I had to go shopping, I would try to go to the mom and pop stores that nobody else goes to. Seriously. I wouldn't go to Walmart. I hate Walmart. Don't like Walmart. I ain't been in a Walmart store and I can't even tell you how many years. If I have to go in a Walmart, it's usually because we're in our motorhome. We need something like groceries, let's say, and we might go into the nearest Walmart only because of the size of the parking lot and my motorhome, and we can walk in, get our groceries, and walk out. In a lot of the smaller mom and pop stores, you don't have that luxury. But other than that, I hate Walmart. Do you realize Walmart is China's largest American customer? Think about that. And now they want you to work for Walmart for free by going to the self check. I'm rambling again. I'm sorry. KM says, that's funny. I appreciate that. That's loyalty right there. I said that many, many years ago when I first started. I did a live. I know my hair's a mess. What hair? I don't have no hair. Many years ago, I said something stupid. It just came out. You know me. Sometimes stuff just comes out. And I said, I got some people that are so loyal that I could paint this room and turn the camera on and say, we're going to sit here and watch the paint dry. I says, and they would do it. Okay, and that is so funny. Let me read what she says if you guys didn't catch it. So Skip could go live and put the camera on his grass and not talk, and we would come until his battery went dead. That's great. I'm gonna have to remember that. That should be a T-shirt. I agree with you about the Christmas shopping. Yeah, I'm not going. Sue will, and Deb will. Those two, when it comes to shopping, there's no end to it. I asked Deb once a long time ago when she got her house all redecorated and everything. When she bought this new house, not where she's at now, but there was a house down the road here that she had, and she got it all redone. And her and Sue went out every week, and they did video going to the consignment stores, wherever, everywhere. And then they went to lunch. It was an all day thing. I'm good with it. I don't care. When I'm doing this and I'm cutting the news, I kind of like it when her and Deb went out because it gave me quietness in my studio to be able to do news and things like that. So I didn't care, but those two, I swear, they could go shopping all day long and never get tired. That ain't me. Love the tap dancers. I thought it was good. I really did. I mean, I'm not patting myself on the back, but if you knew how long we were there and the emails back and forth between us and Darlene, the teacher there, to get things set up. Make sure the students know this. Ask the students if I can do that. I don't want to surprise them. Not that I can't do it. I don't need nobody's permission. I just don't like to surprise people. I just want them to know what's going on. And we got it all straightened out. And I had a choice of either going to Finney or what was it, Homestead. I've never been to Homestead. I really intended to go to Finney, but I think Finney was on Tuesday. I think that was the day Sue had to go get treatments. And she has the car. Can I take the golf cart down there? Yeah, I'm not going to. Putting all that camera gear in a golf cart and trying to strap it down. Listen, this stuff costs too much money to take a chance on something falling out of the golf cart. So I'm not doing that. So anyway, was going to do it there, but we ended up going to Homestead because the day and the timing worked out. These are all the little things you got to get straightened out. And no, I did not go looking for that. I didn't go down to the different rec centers and say, "Hey, what classes do you have go here? Give me their name and number." First of all, that's personal information, and I'm sure they're not going to do that. So she contacted me, sent me an email and saying she had this dance studio and she'd like for it to grow a little bit, and said, "Would you be interested in doing a video? It would help us out and maybe help you out." And I said, "Absolutely. Anything I can do to help people out here in the villages as far as selling a house, advertising their club they got going on, thing. Sure, I'm in. I'm in like Flynn." And so that's how we done all that. And then we get 3 hours of video, and it's another 3 days of editing, 2 to 3 days of editing to get it down. I watched that video 20 times before I decided to actually upload it to YouTube and set a date and a time to let it go. And I thought, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we should get, not only is she going to get some reaction from that video as far as new members go, I thought I ought to get some reaction on this video. I felt like it came out pretty good. I had to dub my own music in there. I didn't want to take all of her studio music out because if I did, you would lose the sound effects of the taps on the floor. And I felt like that was really important to be able to at least hear some of that. So I turned their audio down as far as I could, but yet still hear the tap. And then I dubbed my music in that I found that kind of looked like it was okay for that style of dancing they were doing. And then I turned the volume on that, so it was just below the tap sound. This is difficult, but I did it. And then I watched it 2 or 3 times. Sue watched it. We thought, that's good. That's good. We're going to let it go. I think everything fits. And then when I seen that the views were so far down on that, it's like, man, I don't know. Is my thumbnail got the wrong title? I don't know. I'm at a loss sometimes on this. If people say, well, it's YouTube's algorithm, I don't know that either. I do know that the thumbs up is very important for the algorithm. I know that. Nobody ever does it. I should say nobody. 90% of the people won't do that. I don't know why. Subscriptions is important. And I've got something like 54% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. I'm telling you, I'm just at a loss of all this. I don't understand it. And it ain't that they don't know how, they just don't do it. And I don't get it. So anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. Chat, not cat. What's that? Oh, must misspelled it. That's okay, KM. We understand. I misspell stuff all the time. Sue's always on me. Even when I'm on here and I type a message, you guys don't see it because on the StreamYard, there's a private comment thing here that as my WNL crew, we can send messages back and forth to each other that you guys don't see. And she's always sending me a thing on there and she'll spell the word right. And I'm going, well, what am I going to do now? I already said it. Hey, I can't take it away. Okay. No work gets in the way. Live on air. Da, da, da. I'm looking for comments about the news is what I'm looking for. How many people we got on here? 110. Hey, thanks for showing up, people. I didn't think I'd get this many. I figured everybody be out doing their Christmas shopping and having their Christmas, maybe a Christmas dinner on the weekend or something. I appreciate you showing up. Get in the chat. Tell me what you think about the after news chat thing. That's really what I want to know. If it's a good, I'll try it. If it's a go, we'll do it. Did I have another super chat down here? I'm looking at the thing up here and it blinked at me. Did I miss one? Mr. Sylvain. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Let me write that down. I'll forget. No, I won't. Because I go through all this after it's over. I'm going to give that to the kids. It didn't say for the kids, but I'm giving it to the kids anyway. Man, this pen, I've never had one of these. These pens write good. You know how some ink pens, they, I don't know, they just don't seem to have a smooth flow about them. This one does. I like it. Yeah. Okay. Put that over there. Do we have any more? Let me go down here at the bottom and look because I'm really bad about this. This is why I like having a behind the scenes guy. Yeah, we do. Marcia F. Marcia, 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 for the little angels. They'll get it. I guarantee you. I promise you. I know there's so many scammers out there nowadays that, things like this are getting so tough to do because nobody trusts anybody anymore. But when it comes to this money going to the wish down there, I promise you, every nickel, every dime we get is going down there and more because at the end of all of it, Sue and I have to throw in our chunk. We've already thrown some in there, but promise you they will get that. I will do a video going down there just like I always have before, and you'll see. And we'll try to keep you updated on the amounts as much as we can. Dude, what just popped up? Somebody who's been a member for Marcia F's been a member for 28 months. Thank you, Marcia. Another very loyal person to our channel. Okay, let me back up here. I'm backing back up now. I'm trying to find answers about that after news thing. Mhm. Hey, Phil, what are you bringing to the Patreon lunch? I'm curious. Are you going to, I was going to say barbecue chicken wings, but no, not barbecue. What is it? You do smoke. Are you going to smoke some chicken wings? Are you? I'm just curious. I'm not telling you what to do. Or are you going to smoke some ribs? I'm just curious. KM says the villages needs to do something to stop the drugs, drunks, snowflakes, but they won't because they are zillionaires. Boy, that ain't no kidding. They're making tons and tons of money here. And as long as they're making money, and as long as people are buying houses, they're not going to change the thing. Yeah, that's a fact. But the truth is, villages don't make laws. They can't stop a druggie from coming in. I mean, how do you do that? If somebody's got a drug problem, wants to buy a house, you can't do it anywhere else in the United States either. But there are exceptions here because we are a designated retirement community, and this is what I always bring up. And there are things that's happening around here, and people keep pushing the envelope. And I don't know. I have no answer for some of that. But I think a lot when it comes to drugs and thefts, people being caught with no driver's license over and over and over again. It's to me, it comes down to the penalty. The and I don't know exactly how they would do this, but they have to get tougher. Otherwise, it just never gets any better, you know? I can remember when I went to high school, this is probably a bad example, but when I went to school and we was living on a farm, I had certain chores, and yeah, we used the word chores to do when I got home. The first one was I had to do my homework. Once I done the homework, then I had certain things that my dad would give me a list to do during planting season to go out and distil back 20 acres or whatever. So the next day when he got up, all he had to do was go back there and plant because I already had it disc. Little things like that, you know. But one of the understandings that I had from my dad, and it was no joke, and my dad wasn't a mean guy or anything. Please don't think that. But it was just something that I knew. You get the board at school, which I agree with. I don't think they should have took that out of school. That's just my opinion. He should expect to get another one when you get home. That's a double whammy on it. I always argued about it. And that's not right, Dad. If I got punished for something at school, why am I getting punished again? But I always knew that was part of it. So guess what? I never got in trouble at school. But that's the interesting thing, Kay. I don't know what they could do. They don't make laws. We just have district rules. And the rules has nothing to do with anybody's medical condition. And being a drug addict, you have a medical condition. I wish they could do something. I'm on the fence about what you're saying there because I kind of agree with what you're saying, but I also know that there's really not a whole lot the villages can do because they don't make laws. And once you buy a house and you own a house, it ain't like they can take it away from you. They can fine you for not following district rules. They can fine you for not keeping your yard mowed. They can find all these things, but they can't take the house away from you. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to hope for the best. Bill B says, Skip, the Village's news, port setting, Wednesday Night Live is my favorite. I try my best to watch all of them. The problem is that many times I have other obligations yeah, I understand. And I also know you work kind of full time. Bill B, by the way, for those of you that don't know, he's one of our community watch. Is that what they call it? Community watch? Community, whatever it is. It's, it's kind of like the Village's CIA. He drives around in the cars and looks for things that's out of place. He's the guy. They do a tremendous amount of work. I used to know a lot of them when I was a gate guard because we were all basically working for the same division of the villages. And yeah, they got dispatch and radios tells them what to do, how to do, and I do know that the village's dispatch. I've been out of it for years, so I don't know what's changed, but I do know the village's dispatch when I worked there work hand in hand with Sumter County Sheriff's Department. So if the community watch guy saw something and he kind of investigated it, because they have rules, they're not allowed to approach anybody and stuff like that. So if they see something that's just kind of out of the ordinary, they would radio to dispatch. Dispatch would get all the information, and then by the time they got the information, they probably already contacted Sumter County Sheriff's Department to come and check things out. I appreciate you, Bill. You're a big supporter of the channel, and things just wouldn't be the same without you, bud. I still want to convince Bill to do a podcast or something with me a time or two. Bill in the past has had an interesting job where he saw a lot of interesting things, and he's got so many great stories, and he's a great storyteller, but he doesn't want to be on camera, and I understand that. But we could do this totally off camera. It'd be like almost like a recording. Let me show you here what I'm talking about. Watch this. Well, no, that didn't work. So anyway, I don't want to do it because I'm afraid I'll mess up. I can turn the camera off where all you see is my what they really call that little picture there. And I can have a conversation with Bill. You won't see his face, you won't see my face, and we can make it a what do they call that, a podcast, and he can tell some of his stories. And I'll put it like on Patreon. My YouTube members page is probably only. I won't put it on YouTube. But I think, Bill, you got some stories. I'm still trying to talk you into it. Maybe that's what we'll talk about on our Patreon lunch, buddy. What time would there be? What are we talking about, KM? Are you talking to somebody else? I don't know. KM, I don't know who you're talking to. Are you talking to me? I don't know. I'm behind. Becky Forbes says YouTube is woke. I do know that. And it's just not YouTube, it's all of the public formats, YouTube, Twitter, what's some other ones they got out there? TikTok. By the way, TikTok's owned by China, or is it Twitter? One of them is owned by China. And I don't like doing that on that channel at all because we all know that China likes to collect information and then use it. So I don't go to that one at all. There's some other ones out there. I can't think of all of them. Yeah, if you say something, I got a friend, and I won't say who it is, and this is where I get some of these ideas from. He got over 1 million subscribers in 2 years, maybe actually a little less than 2 years. And I was like, Jesus. I said, what are you doing that I'm not doing? But he's got a whole different thing that he does. I do villages and things that relate to the villages on this channel. And that can be anything from a police department that patrols part of the villages to contractors that work in the villages to like Darlene that has a little class that she started in the villages, any of that. I've actually reached out to several of the entertainment world that's been here for a long time, that goes down to the squares on certain nights here and there, and they play a band, things like that. And believe it or not, most of those don't answer emails. They have a company that does it for them. Okay. Well, they need to fire their company or something then, because the companies aren't answering back. And maybe they're just so busy they ain't got time. I don't know. And good for them if they are, but at least they can send me one back and say, not right now, contact us later. Something simple like that. But I don't get anything. And I'll tell you one of them, Patrina. She's very popular here. And I thought it'd be interesting to have her on a WNL show for 10 or 15 minutes to talk about how she found the villages. I think she's from England. Um, what's her favorite square maybe she goes to? I don't know. I have to think about the questions, but stuff like that. I've sent her an email twice, not one answer, nothing. I don't know if am I being snobbed? I don't know. So this is what I mean when people say you should do more videos about this or that. It's not that easy. Sometimes people just don't get back to you. Maybe they got their own YouTube channel. I don't know, and they don't want to spread their stuff around. I don't know. Or maybe they hate my guts and they don't want to have anything to do with me and my channel. And that's fine too. But send me that email saying, I don't want to come on your channel because I don't like you. I said, okay. I'd move on. But you might be right, Becky. Maybe I've honked them off somewhere along the line and I don't get recommended like everybody else does. I don't know. Or maybe I'm titling the video wrong. I know there's a lot to do with titles, how you title something. And that goes with how it shows up. And I know a lot has to do with so-called clickbaits too, which I've already explained that. I don't do clickbait. I don't want to be that person. And there's also the likability of a personality. And I know my personality, until you get to know me, looks a little rough. I'm an old trucker. It's just the way it is. So I don't mean anything derogatory toward anybody. That isn't me. But if somebody says something that's stupid, I'm going to call you out on it. Not on here. I mean, I wouldn't do that on live chat. Come on, use your common sense. But when I do the news, that's where I poke a little bit here and there. You guys heard it. Somebody will do something and I'll go, well, that's stupid. Why would a guy do that? I mean, that is what I'm talking about. I would poke that, but I wouldn't do anything in person. And to me, this chat thing here is kind of like in person. So I wouldn't do anything to embarrass you here. I might poke fun at you in fun, not to poke fun at you to embarrass you. I wouldn't do that. Gee, Merry Christmas. And YouTube with the algorithm thing. I don't understand how the algorithm works. I'm not sure anybody else does either. I just do the best I can do with what I know. And I let it go and just hope for the best. Laura says my channel is number one with her. Thanks, Laura. Like I say, I know you've been with us for a long time, long time. I recognize some of the names. Oh, did you hear that? That was my gut. I think I'm hungry, but Sue's not here to cook. I know what you're going to say. Listen, if it don't come out of a can, I'm not going to cook it. Well, I've thought about a couple of things here. I'm reading the chat over here. That's why you see me not looking at the camera. Here's the problem with studio setup. The camera's up there. Okay. I'm going to show you something. My computer, where I can keep an eye on the focus of the camera, is down here. Here. The chat for the StreamYard system I'm on is on the right side of this screen down here. My YouTube channel chat is over here on another screen. When I do WNL, I have a big monitor, which is actually just a big TV set, hanging on the wall over here. And I turn that out. It's on a swivel. I turn it this way. So when we're doing WNL, you'll see me look over there once in a while. I'm looking to see, because that way I can see. See, when I'm looking at this computer here on StreamYard, I see what I look like on StreamYard. It's got to go from StreamYard to YouTube. That TV shows me what it looks like on YouTube because sometimes I'm clear here, but I'm not on YouTube. And that's what brings up the questions when I have a problem. And when people don't know what I'm talking about, that's what I'm looking at. So anyway, good question though. But yeah, YouTube and me, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've actually considered other formats, but really there is no other format as good as YouTube. There just isn't. I could do other things, like I could put this on Facebook. I don't trust Facebook either. You say the wrong thing there, and those people will they'll silence you. Your video just won't get shown. And I put 2 or 3 videos on there on WNL. I think they're limited to an hour on Facebook, but I thought I might be able to bring some people into YouTube. It's a funny thing about Facebook and YouTube. People that are loyal to Facebook, that's it. They won't go anywhere else. And there are some people like me that are loyal to YouTube, and you have a hard time getting them to go anywhere else. You have a hard time getting people to come from Instagram or Twitter or any of those places to come to the YouTube channel and watch. I just won't do it. And it's harder sometimes than what it looks for some. For me, other people, it seems like that whatever they do, they get like 1,000 new subscribers every week. Well, my buddy did. He got a million subscribers in less than 2 years. That's just amazing to me. And how he did it, truth is, he doesn't even know. He says, "Hey, look," he said, "I don't know what I'm doing." He said, "I have a format that is what I do." And I'll tell you what he does. I won't say his name or anything because he didn't give me permission. Um, he tells history stories, kind of like Paul Harvey, but he tells history stories. I don't even know what they all are. I've watched a couple of them. It doesn't really interest me. I am subscribed to his channel because I'm helping him out by subscribing to his channel. I just don't watch everything he does because history to me, unless it's a specific subject, I'm bored with it. I shouldn't say that, I suppose, but I am. And but you can't deny success. A million subscribers in less than 2 years. Hmm. And he has no answer. He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess people just like my stories." Because he has no, just like here, this is my room. This is it. Now on the news this week and on the news next week, you're going to see a background, a green screen. I got a green screen. I just don't hardly use it because I don't care for it that much. But I will do it because people sometimes, say, "Hey, you ought to move that waste basket right there next to your chair. We don't need to look at your waste basket." And so I do read them comments. And so I tried a couple of green screens to see what people think. I've gotten a couple of comments. They liked it. But a couple comments doesn't make for a long-term change. It takes like 500 comments to get me to look at something serious. And I can't get 500 people to hit the thumbs up button. So I don't look for that happening very soon either. But the news, yeah, the news does seem to be fairly popular. So that's why I'm talking about doing the after news thing. That's that's really been on my mind, and I have to get set up for that if I'm going to do it. And it'll be like this. Basically, I'll be doing the news, whatever the setup is. I may have a green screen behind me. I don't know, may or may not. But if I do, when the show is done, it'll probably go live looking the exact same way. Maybe. I don't want to be promised to that because setting up the green screen and stuff for me is a real pain in the butt. I don't even like doing it. Um, but we'll see. See what you think. And it's just like this. I've got this set up here for a full view, so to speak. But let me show you something. On the news, I do that because, first of all, I think it looks good, kind of unique. And then also, below the picture down there, can you see it, or is that too dark? I can change that background if you want me to. Well, I don't have it here. Where is it? Let me find it. Where is it? Here it is. I could change that background to say something like that. Well, now let me see here. Maybe like that. And at the bottom down there, I could put stuff. Like if I'm telling you something in the news and there's an email involved, I could put the email right across the bottom right there without getting into the picture of me and the whatever. Um, I just kind of like doing that. I mean, maybe I'm taking this way too serious or something. I don't know, but anyway, let me put it back to where it was at for this. For this, I'm still thinking that the full picture effect is is probably the best way to go for me. That I don't know what kind of iced tea this is, but I can tell you right now, the store must have been out of my favorite iced tea. This is okay. I'm going to say this is Lipton. I didn't even look at the jug. I think this is Lipton with lemon. See, a lot of Fridays I work from home. So live show afternoons on Friday would be great as I could watch it live. Well, that's great. Okay. What time Friday? Well, Becky, the news on Friday is 6 o'clock every Friday. It starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time, Florida time, Eastern time. I don't know exactly where you live, so you'll have to do the math yourself. What time that is here? Like right now, let me help you out real quick. Right now, it's 3:46 according to my computer here where I'm at. Look at your clock. If you're an hour ahead, hour behind, then you'll know. But news is 6 o'clock, usually done around 6:30 ish. Sometimes a little earlier, sometimes a little later, but 6:30 ish. I always try to keep the news about a half an hour, and then it'll be probably about a 3, 4, 5 minute wait because after the show's over, if you saw how this one started, I'm going to do that probably. It may not look exactly like that, but it'll be something like that. Nothing fancy or anything like the WNL show. And then I'm going to go out in the kitchen. I'm going to get me my glass of iced tea or a cup of coffee or something like that. And we're going to sit down and I'm going to talk to you. What did you think? Any questions? Uh, we'll make fun of the news. Can you believe that guy in a golf cart drove his golf cart right into a lake, but he didn't spill his beer? That kind of stuff. You will do that. And how long is that going to last? However long you guys keep talking. I have no time limit set as of right now. We'll just, because I'll be in my studio and I can run this stuff as long as I want. This won't be outside where I'm limited to battery power. I got things set up in here the way I can do whatever I want. So, I mean, yeah, it'll be up to you, whatever you want to do. So it'll start roughly 6:35 ish. I always put an ish after it because nothing here is set in stone. Why not do the news live? I'll tell you the truth, Becky. I'm not the best reader in the world. My glasses are not exactly what I need for in here. My wife already knows I need to go get another set. When I bought these glasses and I got another set just like these back here, there's only two settings on them, basically. The upper half is for long distance. The bottom half is, I'm going to say, is for closeness, not necessarily reading glasses, because they were made for me driving the semi truck. And the prescription's the same. I've never changed them. I get new frames. If I look straight ahead, I can see down the highway perfectly clear anywhere I want to go without moving my head because I was trained on never being distracted. And if you have to look down at your dash, you're distracted. You took your eye off the road. I don't do that. I want to be able just to look down at the bottom of my glass and see the dash clear. And that's what these are set up for. For the computer, if I look out the top right now and I'm looking at the screen, I see things kind of okay, but not great. I got to bend my head like that. And now I see things clear, but then I also see reflections of the computer and light up here. Like this, you don't see all that. This is all an effort. I'm telling you. If I look over here at the YouTube chat, which I like to keep an eye on that because that's where I see the members' colors. That's where I really see all the super chats, super stickers, and things like that for kids or whatever. I kind of got to bend my head back a lot to see that clear. And over time, I spend so many hours in here. Over time of doing this, I create a crick in my neck that hurts. And yeah, I mean, I'll get it figured out, but it all takes time and money and all that stuff. Did you ever wonder why do eyeglasses cost so much? It just don't seem that much to me, but it is. It is what it is. Why do hearing aids cost so much? They say, well, go to Walmart. They passed this new law now that says you can get these hearing aids over the counter for $600. Those are not hearing aids. I had hearing aids, and I know the process it takes to get prescribed here. Listen, you can go to Walmart and buy pain pills. It's called Excedrin, whatever. Or you could go to the doctor and get a prescription for good pain pills. That's the analogy I'm going to use. And if you want hearing aids, you got to go to a hearing doctor. What do I hear? Hear my cell phones. Anybody else hear that? Here, wait a minute. Wait a minute. See if I can do this. Oh crap. I was going to see if I could bring Sue on. She was calling me. Oh, she'll hate me for this. Let's have fun. She knows how I am. Let me call her back. See if we can get this on the air. Hope you guys can hear it. Recent Sue call. Here we go. I may have put my headphones on to hear this. Come on, call. Let's go. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, I hear it. Can you hear it?
Hello.
You're on the air. You're alive.
Okay. I'm almost home. I want to know if you want me to bring you anything.
Go to Wendy's and get me a double burger, no lettuce.
Wendy double burger, no lettuce.
Yeah.
Okie doke. I'll be there shortly.
Okay, no fries because I hate their fries.
Oh, okay. I'll eat the fries.
I don't want no Coke either because their Coke sucks.
Anything else?
Well, no, I'm okay.
Okay. Be there shortly.
All right. Thanks for calling.
No problem.
Hang up. Let me know. Could you guys hear that? I've actually thought about having a call-in show sometime where people just call in like that and ask questions or whatever. I'm looking over here at the chat to see if I'm at the bottom of the chat. Wait a minute. I gotta get way down here. Frosty, we could hear very well. Oh man, that's cool. I really I'm glad she called because I've always wanted to try that on the air to see if you guys could hear it very well. Because I can hear, but the only thing is I got to have these on to be able to do it. And I know sometimes you guys make fun of these on my head, but that's the reason why. Now, see, now I can hear myself in the headphone and I hear the tone quality of this microphone, the way it's set right now. I kind of like it. But here's the thing. What I hear here in the studio through here is one thing. But when I go back to YouTube and watch this on YouTube, I may make it public. I may not. I may just make it private so nobody else can see it because they didn't come to the show. They don't need to see it. Sometimes the audio don't sound the same there, and it's hard to get the audio adjusted here so it sounds good there. So that's why I ask you guys all the time, how do we sound? How do we sound? I want to have kind of, I know I'm being picky. I want to have kind of a nice radio sound about it. I mean, I know you can hear me on a cell phone. I could talk on a cell phone. You hear me. I know you can hear me on the iPad when I got them cheap lapel mics on. I know you can hear me, but I've listened to it. Those lapel mics on the iPad sound like crap. They don't sound good at all to me. They just sound cheap, but it works. And so I just go along with it. But in the studio, I'd like to have a nice radio quality sound about it. Like on this mic, there's two different mics here. Let me see if I can shut some of this stuff off. Which one am I working on here? You know what's weird is that mic there is supposed to be shut off. Now I just turned it on. Can you guys hear me better now? Because I had the button shut off. I mean, you guys should not have been able to hear me at all. have broccoli in the can. I'm not eating broccoli. Phil. What? Phil's got a question. What? Oh, I know what it is. Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. Hold on just one second here. Number 3. That's it. I forgot. I moved the microphone plug over to number 3. I was playing with number 2. You guys can't see all this, and I'm just rambling here. Okay, I'm in number 3. Right. Second. All right, that's it. That's the right one. Now we're okay. All right, now I'm going to turn this mic on, and you're going to hear the difference here. Number 3 and number 1 on. Okay. Blah 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 blah. See, with this thing, normally I have it up here. I swear I hear echoes in the room, and I don't like that. Let me turn it down a little bit. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, that way it kind of gets rid of some of this echo you kind of hear in the back room. I've got it set where it's about as good as it's going to get for a condenser mic, but the reason why I use a condenser mic on the WNL show is because I don't have to look right at the mic for you to hear me. I mean, obviously, the farther away you get, it sounds weird. I don't want to get into all this kind of crap, but anyway, that's that mic. And hello, hello, hello. Now I'm back on this mic, and I think this mic's got a better radio quality sound about it. That's just my opinion. So, I like how it was. You sound like Billy Big Rigger. That person is either a truck driver or he hangs around a lot of truck drivers, to use that term, Billy Big Rigger. Mark says it sounds the same. See, that's the difference. What you're hearing out there through all this processes here of StreamYard over to YouTube and then out to you isn't what I hear here because of these. I hear it going from mic through the audio processor to here, because my microphone and my earphones are plugged into the audio processor, and it's tough. And I'm not experienced at audio processing and crap. And Dale says he didn't notice the difference either. See, that's why I don't mess with the setting on this mic up here, because I know everybody seems to think it's okay. And I have heard it on the show and it seems okay. I'm not saying great, but okay. So I just leave it alone. This one, I'm constantly changing it. Dynamics are totally different. So anyway, let me back up here. I wanted to hear what people thought about doing the after the news thing. That's really what I'm interested in. Marcia says it costs 0 to like it. So, yeah, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. I mean, I do mention the YouTube members thing because, I am doing this to try to make an extra buck or two. I don't make that much at all. Truthfully is everything I make on YouTube members and on the little bit of advertising that YouTube may put on here, and YouTube's in charge of that. I may get an advertisement, I may not. And actually, YouTube has the right to, if they decide that my channel didn't get enough views, and that's why I watch that a lot, even though there was advertisement on that video, and even though YouTube charged that company to be able to advertise on YouTube, YouTube decides where they're going to put that advertisement, right? So they put advertisement on my video, maybe several times, but YouTube can decide that video doesn't get very many views. So we're not going to pay him to advertise on that channel because he didn't get that many views. And so whatever revenue I had coming on that, they notify you. They take it back. I don't get it. Now you might say that's unfair. Well, YouTube's in charge. Nothing I can do. And the only thing we can do is we appeal to you, subscribers, subscribe, like, watch the videos, Everybody's telling you the same thing, and there's a good reason why. I mean, it's nothing that I'm making up. Maybe I mentioned it too many times and people's getting sick of hearing it. So in the last few videos I've done, if you'll notice, um, I didn't put anything on them about liking and subscribing or anything. Never even mentioned it. I do once in a while on the news where there's a break from one story to another. I might put a little thing in there about subscribe and like or something. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I'm not an expert at this. Maybe I need to hire somebody to be able to do all the behind the scenes stuff for me. God, because obviously I'm doing something wrong. Dale says the news is great. Yeah, everybody seems to, all my loyal watchers. I have a lot of different subscribers that don't watch anything. I don't know where they went. I think they forgot they subscribed. But the ones that do watch, I do seem to get a lot of reaction about the news. And so that's why I had this idea, possibly. And a friend of mine actually pointed it out that might try it about doing the after news thing where we can talk about the news. Because sometimes, it happens. People will watch the news and there'll be something on there that it generates a question in their brain. Well, what about this? Well, what if they did that? And we can talk about it. I'm not going to guarantee I got any correct answers to any of it, but it is questions that are concerning. I got questions about certain things. I mean, I've brought them up. I've got some subscribers, and I won't mention names. I've had a lot of subscribers that are still subscribed. They've watched this for a long time, way back when my videos really sucked. It was all cell phone stuff, and that's all we had. They decided to buy a home in other retirement communities because of what I was reporting here. And that information I think is very valuable to people that's going to spend, I always say 500,000, but whatever you're going to buy, uh, you just need to know that different retirement communities here are different. Every one of them has a pool. That's not unique. What makes the villages unique is we have so many of them. Every retirement community has a recreation center or a place where they all meet, whatever they want to call it. The only thing different here is we have so many of them. Every retirement community I've ever been in has golf carts they ride around their retirement community to go up to the cafeteria, to go to the pool, to go play golf. Whoops, whatever it is. They all have golf cart access. The only thing different here is we have golf cart access to 3 different counties, and I don't even know now, over 100 miles of golf cart trails. That's the difference. Some of the other differences, though, big differences in my book. Here, 55 plus community doesn't necessarily mean 55 plus at all. Here, we don't have restrictions when it comes to renting a home. I mean, a guy can get out of jail over here for child molestation. It happens. He comes to the villages, he rents a home. That's how he gets in here. Other retirement communities that I know of, some of them, they do a background check and they have to approve you to be able to come in there and buy a home. Other retirement communities, they don't allow rentals, period. And they don't allow anybody under the age of 55 to live there full time, period. So you have to really know that the 55 plus rule here can be totally different than the 55 plus community over there. Now, why is that? I have no answer for you. I don't know. I don't know why that difference is. I was talking to a real estate lady about a 55 plus community that I was interested in, kind of interested in. And I mentioned to her what happens here. And she looked at me with the strangest look. She goes, "Well, how do they get by with that?" So I don't know. I'm just telling you that's the way it is. She said, "Well," she said, "the way I understand it, under Florida law, they can't do that." I said, "Well, I keep hearing something about this 80-20 rule." And she said, "But that 20% rule doesn't have anything to do with underage people buying a home." I said, "Well, apparently it does because they do it." And she goes, "Well, I'd like to know how they're getting by with that." And that's how the conversation went. She didn't understand either. And she sold homes in a different 55 plus community. So I got no answer for you. She didn't have no answer for you. I've even asked other people. I haven't asked Ira about it. I don't like to talk about real estate to Ira all that much because he has his own YouTube channel and that's what he does. And so I'm not trying to steal from him or anything. So I try to leave him alone. The last WNL show we had him on, which is just this last month, he had all kinds of Wi-Fi issues or something, and we really couldn't really talk to him. But I had it planned in my head. I was going to go deep on Ira. He didn't know. I don't never script anything, and I was going to ask all kinds of about his personal life. You know, when did you get married? How old was you got married? Where'd you meet your wife? You know, so on and so on and so on. I was just going to have fun with him about Ira's past, Ira's information. Who is Ira? That's what I was going to do. But with all the Wi-Fi information, we were running long on the show. We were running out of time, and we had to cut it short. But we'll do that someday. Also, the guy we had on the last WNL show was a viewer, and I did this on a porch setting thing. You guys don't volunteer either to do some things that I think would be fun. They're not hard. I wouldn't embarrass anybody. I said, if we've got any viewers out there that'd like to pop on the show and just tell us your experiences about moving in here, or if you decided to buy somewhere else, um, what your experience is there, you know, and all this and that, just simple things, 5, 10 minutes, you know, and then we'll take you out. One guy, one guy sent me an email to volunteer, and that's the guy you saw. Now here I am now, what, 2 weeks from Christmas? And on 2 weeks ago, I think it was on WNL, I mentioned it. 2 weeks ago on the porch sitting, I mentioned it. I said, send me them Christmas pictures of in front of your tree with the kids, with the dog, with the cat, whatever the case may be. Send me them fun Christmas pictures with the ugly sweaters. I'll see if I can come up with something for WNL. To date, I have received none, zero. So either people's getting bored with that, or they're spreading themselves out to these other YouTube channels where they're just simply uh, not watching, and so they're not getting that information. So this is why I'm coming up with new stuff, or trying to come up with some new stuff, because as time goes on, if that's what it's going to be, excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. I think I'm talking too much. Oh yeah, nothing like sweet tea. But yeah, anyway, so the after news thing was something that I thought was interesting, possibility of, and I'm thinking about it real. I'm thinking about it real serious, but I just don't want to do it if you guys aren't going to watch it. And I know that the ones that come to this probably will. I guess the question I'm asking is: one is, I want your opinion about it. What do you think? And two is, thinking of the channel growth. Do you think other people would be interested in it? I wish I knew. I'm not a mind reader. Did Sue adopt a dog? No. And the odds are we're never going to adopt a dog, Mark, unless somebody dies and they've got a nice little poodle dog or something like that, and we'll take it that way. I've been to different shelters. Sue's went to different shelters, and I got to tell you, 90% of every dog in the shelter has got some part of pit bull in it. I don't want anything to do with a pit bull. None. Period. Not even partial pit. Kathy B says, Skip, you're much more entertaining than the Villages channel that has two ladies on the couch drinking wine. You know, the truth is, I've never been on the Villages channel. I mean, you're talking about the family, right? I can't think of their names, but anyway, where they talk about the new. See, that's the reason why they got guys like me barred really from going out and doing video of new areas and stuff like that. We got to be very careful where we're at. Now they're starting to place signs around saying no trespassing and things like that, because they're saving all that stuff for their YouTube channel. They're trying to build their subscribership up, and yeah, it's business. That's what they do, and that's fine, I guess. But I think that a lot of that has to do with reason why my viewership is going down, because they're getting it. Basically, they're getting the food from the pig trough right there, and so we're not getting the views that we'd like to get. And like I said, I don't have the likable attitude that a lot of them's got, and I don't have the clickbait because I don't do that. I mean, I know there's some things I can do. I'm just pig headed enough to I've just decided I'm not doing that. It just seems like I'm stealing when I do that. And how would you like it if I was a title, a video, something like, I'm just going to use this as an example, something like 10 best things about the Villages, There's one. 10 things that I hate about the Villages. And then you go watch that. You're going to say, I'm going to see what he hates about the Villages because I know everything can't be rosy. You go there and I go, you know, the one thing I really hate about the Villages is how nice everybody is. I just can't stand that. I'll tell you something else I hate about the Villages is how affordable everything is here. Come on. See, that's what I'm talking about. And I know you know what I'm talking about. You've seen them. Phil, Sue will be the one to suffer. Yeah, 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 she will. I wish I had I got a desk here that I can raise up and lower, but the camera itself is it's kind of fixed, you know. Um, wish I had. That'd be one thing that I wish I could do. I'm going to do something in this studio too. I'm going to have. I don't know yet, but I'm going to do something. I like to be able to once in a while to be able to talk to you guys instead of sitting here in this chair. Oh, excuse me. To raise this desk where I can actually stand and talk. I think some ways that would be more comfortable for me. We'll see. I'll work on it. I'm always working on something, but hardly nothing ever gets done. Oh, man. Gotta stop drinking this crap. Ah, what are we doing? Questions, comments, classical gas. Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you guys notice here in Florida the gas price went down again? I went to DeLuna yesterday. And I went by that Shell station there in Wildwood on 301. You know what I'm talking about. And 2 days ago, it was like I don't even remember what it was, 325 or something for cash. I always look at the cash price. And yesterday we came by, it was 295 for cash. Keep going, man. You're heading the right direction. Dell McDermott says, I ran a couple of Facebook food pages at one time, and I looked at Bobby Flay and how much likes he gets for the amount of followers. Really not that big of a difference. Yeah, I don't do much on Facebook. I know that the Facebook followers are pretty loyal to Facebook. Maybe it's because it's easy to use. I don't know. Um, YouTube people, they like YouTube for what it is, but depending on who they watch, they're more loyal to some channels than other channels. Some channels they watch just for maybe entertainment value. Other channels they watch because they like that person. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes they watch my channel if I title it right, they watch it to see what it is, see what the video is, but they don't subscribe and they don't do things that actually help the channel grow because they don't like my personality. And I'll tell you something else I've noticed too. Maybe it's just me, but I watch the analytics pretty solid about watch what. That's how I changed my time from 10 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning to now the videos come out 6 o'clock at night. My analytics says that's the time I'm supposed to do it. So that's what I do. Is beginning to think I'm too old. People seem to watch the younger people a lot more. Somebody in their 50s grows 10 times faster than I did because I think I'm getting to the point where I'm just a rambling old man and nobody wants it. He's creepy. You know what I mean? So I think that has to play into it also is that. And if that's the case, then I got to figure something else out that a creepy old man can do that nobody takes offense to. What else? What else? What else? Anybody got anything to say about the news idea? There's a million people. Oh no, 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 no. He just has a million subscribers, and they all have the same problem that I do. One is you always have a certain percentage, depending on when you release your videos or go live, whatever you're doing. There's always a certain percentage of your subscribers that are working. Some people are still working, or they have family, or they are at a party, a wedding. I mean, a funeral, all the life events that there are. There's always that amount of people that's always not going to be able to do something at that particular time because they got something to do, and especially here, there's so many people retired. So, and we're at the holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas for a YouTuber like me is hard. because they're busy. Families coming down to visit. They got to take them to the squares. Scooters playing on the square tonight. Got to take the grandkids. I mean, it is. That's what it is. Golf cart rides, a big deal. They all got to go for golf cart rides here and there. So they're not at home. They're not doing what they need to be doing for me. And that's fine. I understand that. I know that. And so on his million, sure, he has some that show, some that don't show. On his live show, I'm trying to think what he told me on his analytics, what it shows on every. Some shows are more than others. Um, I think he told me he has an average of something like 112,000 people that comes to his live show. And then on the replays, it gets with it. And see, YouTube's weird. It all depends on time. The first 48 hours after a week, where you're at. And I think he told me after 48 hours on the replay, he's upwards of something like 400 and some thousand views, people watching. Now that's where you got to go to analytics, because his stories vary in length. Some stories are only 20 minutes long. Other stories may take him an hour to get through the whole story. So are they watching the whole thing? And so he goes through that to find out, are they watching the first 20 minutes and then leaving? Are they watching the last 20 minutes and then leaving? I mean, listen, this is all stuff. Do you want to know the truth? I don't even want to know. All I want to know is I'm putting good content out there that's interesting, that has stuff in there that benefits people. I don't necessarily care about the subscribers so much about the benefits. When I put somebody out there that's okay, like a Craig Morrison, one of the smartest guys I know when it comes to Medicare and Social Security benefits and how to get them and what to do and how to do and all that, right? In a retirement community, right? But believe it or not, as much as I thought that guy's information, and I still do it because his information is very critical to a lot of people. I know for facts several people that could not get their insurance and things down here the way they needed it because of the system they were on before, like railroad, things like that. It's a problem. Craig knows how to get around all that. And he got them all set up. And they all sent me emails saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe this guy. This guy got right through the quick on this stuff." Problem with Craig is he's so busy at this time of year, sometimes getting him to call you back is difficult. I got to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. I love Craig. He's a super nice guy, very knowledgeable. I'd recommend him to anybody, but you may have to keep calling. He's not ignoring you. He needs help, truthfully. And I don't think he's ever looked for any. But his videos never brings very many views. You think I'm lying? Go back to YouTube and look for Craig Morrison stuff. Just look at it. He said, "I don't know if I can share. Can I share a screen? Let me see here. Hold on just a second. We're just talking, right? Let me see if I can find and bring it up for you. I haven't never shared a screen on here. I know there's got to be a way of doing it. Where's the last video about Craig Morrison? I'm looking at it here. That's members only. I don't want that one. Those of you that's not a member or a Patreon member or a YouTube member, what's the benefits? Somebody said once before to me. I said, "Well, are you sick of commercials?" Yes, so sick. All my Patreon members, no matter what level you're on, and all my YouTube members, no matter what level you're on, whatever videos I put on there is commercial free. You won't have any. And that's really the main benefit, I think. There it is right here. I'm going to read it to you. I had Craig come to the house, so we had good internet connection. And the name of the video is called Florida Medicare and Advantage Plan Plus, $900 food allowance. Maybe this is my problem. Maybe I'm not titling them right. There was a lot of questions. You've seen the commercials, right? I don't know if you can see me or not, but I'm looking at something else. You get this $900 food allowance on your Medicare now, blah, 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 blah. So I called him up thinking, do I get this? If I do I have to apply for it? I'll take it. And then he's explaining what it is. Bingo. My mind said, we got to do a video about this because this sounds like a ripoff to me. And I had him come to the house and explain exactly how that $900 food allowance thing works. Is it real? Yes. Is it going to be to your advantage? Maybe, maybe not. It's not for me. And I had him come to the house. Now, 2 weeks, it says right on here, 2 weeks ago, I put that video out. And as of right now, I only have 1,500 views. That's it. That sucks. For all that information, that sucks. I mean, many years as I've been doing this, that should be at least 15,000 views, and it's not. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. All this work to have him come to the house to set everything up. I don't even know. Can I bring this video up? Hold on just a second. So at least you can see the one I'm talking about. Let me see. Let me see. There has to be a way, right? Settings. How do you do this? See, you guys think I know this stuff. I don't know nothing. You guys hear that? That's my stomach. Settings, something. Present. I wish WrestleMania was here. He could tell me how to do this. Screen share. I got a screen share on here somewhere. That's not it. I know you guys probably can't see. Oh, I know this is probably so interesting what I'm doing right now. Where in the hell is the screen share at? Invite. Oh, yeah. And by the way, anybody out there, if you're interested in coming on to the WNL show sometime for 5 or 10 minutes to explain why you bought, where you bought, do you like it, do you not like it, are you impressed, are you not impressed, are you disappointed? We moved out of the villages and moved over here. Call me. Um, you know, you can even do it on the phone like Sue did right there. I'll do it that way. Or I'd rather have you live though. It's more interesting when we see a face to a name. And all you need is basically a laptop or an iPad or a cell phone for that matter. You don't need anything fancy. I can bring you right on. Come on. Yeah, email me, let me know. Just let me have your email address so I can mail you an invite and I'll set it up with you. So, and I'll help you through it. It's not a big deal, but that way you'll know exactly what's going on. And then after you're done it, you'll go, huh, that was no big deal. You know, I've got a share screen on here and I don't know how to do it. That's not it. Huh. You know, I should play with this more so I know what I'm doing. You hear that? That's my, I must be hungry. Actually, I've been trying to lose some weight, I know the truth. And so I'm not eating as much as I was. You just get to a certain point in your life to where, hey, I got to drop some weight. I'm getting too fat. I won't, hey, I'm not going to apologize using the word fat. Fat's fat. That's what it is. You know, just in life, we've tried to make everything more pleasant. I just laugh at it. When I was a kid, a dog that bred with another dog and bred with another dog, and they had like four different kind of breeds in one dog. We always called them a mutt. It's just a mutt. Today, it's not a mutt anymore. Now they're called designer dogs. And they make up these funny names, and then they tell you it's $2,000 to buy it. Come on. Who falls for that? Settings. Is that it? Settings. Nope. That ain't it. Nope. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm going to give up trying here. I just know I got a screen sharing thing here somewhere. Apparently, I can't find it, or I don't know what I'm doing. What's that button there for? Nope, that ain't it either. Huh. Present. What's present mean? Extra camera, video file, screen share. Wait a minute. Hold on. I may have it. Ah, what is that? Oh no, that's that. That's the chat over there. We don't want that. Let me get rid of that. I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for. I just can't find it. Let me try that again. Mm, oh, that. Uh, that. Hmm. Okay. You can see it anyway. Let me run this over here. There we go. Right there. You guys can see it, right? Yeah. I'm not going to mess with it too much, but that's the video I'm talking about right there. There's his name, phone number, email, all that kind of stuff. I'm telling you, when it comes to Medicare and things, that is one of the most knowledgeable guys I have ever met in my life. And I wouldn't tell you that. I don't do clickbait. I don't want you people to ever think that I'm pulling any kind of thing over your eyes. I'm not. That guy can get things done that you don't think can get done. And yet, the video itself, does that show it on there by some chance? 'Cause that way I could point it out to you. What that video was about, basically, it was about that $900 food allowance and who can get it and who can't. Mm, well, no, it doesn't really show you on here. But when I went to the anyway, we get rid of it. When I went to the webpage, I think I told you what it was: 1,500 views after 2 weeks. That sucks. Totally sucks. So my analytics is telling me not to do videos like that because this viewers that I have really don't want to watch that. So there you go. That's where I get these ideas. Now, the ones that do want to watch it, I don't want to not do it because they want that information. So I feel like I need to keep doing it, but it doesn't help the channel grow. I'm not, after that video, I didn't pick up one new subscriber, not one. And, it's just, I don't know. I just get kind of down in the dumps about all that after all that work. Okay, what am I doing now? Oh, comments. Go back to comments. I'm looking for, what do you guys think about the news thing? Sherry Brack says, great show. It's not really a show, Sherry. Every now and then, if you're a subscriber of mine, I do this once in a while. I try to do one-on-one with my people. That's what I'll call them. My people that come to my shows all the time, my loyal people, not the ones that just kind of skip through once in a while. And I ask their opinions about things. And I've got an idea of changing my channel toward the first of the year, just a little bit, tweaking it. And I'm asking their opinion about it, see what they think. If these people like it, then I may do it. If these people don't like it, then I'm probably not going to do it. So if you're a subscriber of mine and you've been watching, the question is, I do a news on Fridays, and it generates a fair amount of comments and things. And so an idea I had possibly was to go live right after the news, so that if anybody had a question or a comment or wanted to discuss something, um, we can do that. I may have an answer, may not. I definitely can have an opinion, but I may not have the correct answer. So that was a thought. Do you want to do that? Somebody says, when does it start? Well, the news is always 6 o'clock on Friday. So that person that asked that question, when does it start? Tells me that you don't watch, because otherwise you would know when the news started on Friday. See what I'm saying? It's little things like that that goes off in my mind. Don't hit my mic. See, that's why I don't let people come in here. Things happen. Anyway, I got my burger. So anyway, and if we do that, then I'll work on it to set it up, and it'll be like this, just us talking. That's all, just me and you talking about this and that, and I'll be reading the chat over here. I'm not looking away, ignoring you. It's just it's the way my system is set up, double screens, and so I have to look over here to read stuff. And because of these dumb glasses, I have to tilt my head all the time to be able to read it. So that's it. So yeah, watch the news on Friday. It's over around 6:30 ish, and then within 5 minutes or so after that, we'll do this. If everybody's interested. If you're not, just let me know, and I'll keep thinking. How many likes do we have now on this? I have no idea. You'd have to go. You guys see things that I don't see. So I don't know what we got. I won't know until after I end this, and then I go look and I'll see. Mark Berry says she's got Skip to clean up after. Not sure what that means, but I'm sure that's a shot. I get a shot from Mark all the time. Oh no, that's Jerry Bell talking to Mark. Do do do. I'm looking here. I got a super chat. Yeah, I just don't see when I go to this other page over here and I'm trying to look at all this, I can't tell if if I've already said thank you to that. I'm trying to find it so I can bring it up on screen. Oh, there it is. 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 Thanks, John. Howdy, buddy. Let me write that down. I'm going to give that to the kids too, just so you know. John. I know this is old school. I know. You know the young kids. They get to my guess and they go, "Did-did-did." Okay, I saved it. That ain't me. All right. Super chat. I got to write that stuff down for the final figure because super chats and super stickers, I only get 70% of that. So, and generally what I do, just so you know, it all depends on how much it all comes out to be. But generally what I do, like that $5, you have to figure what 70% of that's what 350. So I'll get 350. But at the end of the wish show, whatever the difference is, that's usually how much I throw in. So it all comes out even Steven. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not as much as I thought it was going to be, but that's what we do. Okay. Wrestler, are you on here? I thought I seen your name. If you are, I was thinking about, do you know what I'm talking about here? This is just a bullshit session. Um, I was thinking about when I do the news on Friday, 6 to 6:30, and because I get quite a few responses on that one there, um, about doing I don't know what you call it. I'll call it after news. I don't know what the name will be. I'm just saying that after news. Start say at 6:30, 6:35, and we do this. Any questions that people have about, I can take that down now, can't I? I don't even know if I can find it again. Wrestler, if you can find that, can you take that down for me? I am so screwed up right now. Working by myself, I get lost. Where is it? Ooh, did you hear that? That's my belly. There it is. I got it. I got it, buddy. Um, anyway, after news, we'll call it that. So 6:30 news, 6:35 ish. We start doing this so people that watch the news that has questions or comments about anything on the news that they want to discuss or talk about or whatever, we'll just do this live. So you have the news video, and then after that, there might be a 2 or 3 minute wait period, so everybody gets notified, and then we'll go live and we'll discuss the news. What you see, what you hear, what you like, what you didn't like. That led. I seen this, and that makes me think about that, and I want to ask questions, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can answer, maybe we can't. But if nothing else, I think it'd be fun. Becky says she's on mountain time. Well, you'll have to do the math, Becky. I don't know. Time changes during the year and stuff, and I can't keep up with all that. Used to be California anyway, was always 3 hours behind Indianapolis. Because I used to go out there every week for UPS. Did it for years. And that's how we kept our logs. It's kind of critical on that to go out there. So, and arrival time, whatever. So the mud shocks on the news is funny. Hey, that's the mug shot from the police department. I didn't take them. I did know that some departments must have better cameras than other ones. You ever notice that on some mug shots the pictures is fairly clear, and then on other mug shots it's really pixelated, kind of crappy. You know, come on, police department, upgrade your cameras for God's sake. You got all these high dollar body cameras and everything else, and where's the wrestler at? Well, I can't put you on here, buddy. I don't see you. There he is. Turn your mic on.
All righty.
Okay.
So I didn't know I was coming on. I was going to help you in the background.
Well, I get a super chat once in a while, and like a while ago, because I've never really done it here, the share thing.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was fun. You should have been here when I was trying to figure it out. Hey, the idea I had, did you hear the idea? I'm really on here just asking these people what they think about it, because these are my loyal people that come to everything I do, about what they thought about this new idea I had for the first of the year.
I think it's a good idea,
Really?
at least to try, because I don't know of anybody else who's doing it.
Well, that's the whole idea. I don't want to compete with these other people, the golf cart rides and the walking around and the talking and the bullshitting and stupid stuff that I see everybody doing down here. I hate to say that, but that's what it is. It's just the same old, same old, same old. And I don't want to do it. I want to be away from it.
Although I did enjoy the tap answers.
I did too, but did you see the views?
No, I didn't.
See if I can find them again. I can't bring them up, but I can at least go look. I don't
What
know
did
if it's
everybody else think of the tap answers? You think he should do more that type of stuff, going to different?
Hey, they got to invite me because, I don't know. There's 3,000 clubs here, and I don't know who runs every one of them, and I damn sure don't have their phone numbers.
Well, aren't they? Is it in that booklet?
What book?
Contact phone number?
I mean, for clubs?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'd have to ask Sue.
Yeah. You should call him up and
Okay.
say, I am
Here it is
Skip
right
Stiff,
here.
and I will go.
Dancers do it better in the villages 4 days ago, and we've only got 1.5 thousand views. Pretty sad. It's a lot of work for nothing. Because I already checked. You know how much money I made on that with the advertisements? Because YouTube takes back. If they say you don't get enough views, they just take their money back. So far, I've made $5.43 on that video.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, it's $5.
Yeah, I probably spent that in gas going down there.
But it's cumulative. Over time, it'll be $10.
Oh, yeah. So what are you doing home today? Oh, it's Saturday.
Yeah. Although I almost had to go back into work, but luckily didn't have to.
Are you doing any Christmas shopping?
Yes. I say, Luann.
Yeah, I made that mistake. I told Sue, I said, I'm not buying any Christmas because you got everything you want anyway, and I don't need anything. I got everything I want. And so next thing I know, she just bought all new appliances for the kitchen. I guess I say Merry Christmas.
There you go.
Yeah. What are you going to do? So anyway, that's what I'm on here for, is that. Trying to get their idea of what people think about it.
What's the consensus so far?
Well, so far there's only been like 3 or 4 people say anything about it.
Oh, okay.
Like, they say they think it's a good idea, and the rest of them haven't said anything. They're all talking to each other going, hey, did you go down to Jerry's last night and get a beer? I went down there the night before there. They're not even listening to me.
Hey, you're getting the views, so, Oh, the late night golf rides. They said they like those.
I done that at a whim, where I went down to the square at night, and that lady left her dog.
Oh, yeah.
Was that hilarious or what?
That was funny. Yes, that was funny.
See. How long ago has that been?
Well, at least a few months, but I know. Oh, Becky said a bunch of people were saying yes earlier for the after news live.
Well, that's great because that's what I need. Because
Robin's here.
Who?
Robin Cavalier.
Who's Robin?
Robin Cavalier. Took me a second.
Okay, the village is drunk at night. That video there you're talking about 4 months ago, and it's only got 5.2 thousand views.
Well, that's 5.2 thousand more views than what I'm getting.
Well, I can live with that. I think it should be a lot more. I can live with that. But when you do a lot of work and then 1,000 views, that's nothing. It's just not even worth it. So when people say you need to do more of them, well, my analytics doesn't say that.
Well, I don't know who Annie is, but they like it. Analytics.
Well, there's all these people here is going to like it. These are my loyal people here. They come to all the live streams. Matter of fact, you've been behind the scenes for so long, you probably recognize half these names yourself.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I think I recognize, at least on the page that I'm seeing, I recognize all of them.
You notice all the green on here today.
Yes.
That's Jerry Bell and
Mark Berry.
Yeah. They've been gifting. They've been gifting free memberships.
Oh, I've seen Mark do it, I think.
I tried doing it yesterday myself. I was going to give away 20 of them or something.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because it's my channel. I don't have that option.
I went on, what was it? I think my computer, I went on and tried that. And I found an option, but I couldn't find it on. That's what it is. I couldn't find it while I'm your co-host, but I could find it when I wasn't your co-host. I'm trying to find it again.
Well, they told me, so all you got to do is hit the $sign. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yes.
Well, I've got my chat. I popped my chat out over here, and I have no $sign.
No.
Should I? Should I have that?
No, because otherwise you'd be paying yourself.
Well, that's okay. I'm good with that. I mean,
minus 30%.
Mark Berry gifted another one. He gifted right there. I just got it popped up. He gifted a membership to somebody. Now YouTube hands them out, right?
Yes.
And they hand them out to whoever engages in the chat.
That I'm not 100% sure on.
I think so. And it could only be given out during a live chat. You can't do it once the live chat ends.
That I think I understand. Yes. I believe that's correct. Yes.
There you go. Right there. Billy Bob was gifted a membership by Mark Berry.
Ooh, thank you, Mark Berry.
Oh, there's Robin. I thought that name sounded familiar.
Gotta love Robin.
Yeah. I'm going to have her back on the show one of these days to talk about some of the ugly.
Oh, yes.
I saw a house the other day. I forget where it was at on some website. I don't remember where. And I'm looking at the house. I mean, I've been here long enough that I know a lot of these models and the areas and stuff. I don't know it all, but I know a lot.
You know models?
Yeah, I do know models. And and I'm looking at this thing, and it was showing the inside picture. The professional guys go in with the 360 cameras and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Pictures are good. I'm looking at the house, and I'm thinking, God, man, them countertops suck. And those cabinets are pink. They haven't had pink cabinets around here for 30 years. I'm looking at all the money it needs to upgrade this house. And then I go to the price, $500,000. And I'm going, oh my Lord, this person's nuts.
Oh, wow.
Some people think their house is worth $1 million down here, and they're not.
Yeah. Robin says that she's tried to go buy for the porch sitting again, but she's always with more important people.
Oh,
now, she didn't
say that more important people?
She didn't say more important people. No.
Oh, I was going to say, Robin, you know better than that. I've got more than one chair out there. We got 4 chairs. We can accommodate people, and I have more than one case of beer. We can accommodate drinks. Hey, Billy Bob. Let me write that down. I'm going to give that to the kids too. Thanks, Billy Bob. Appreciate it, buddy. Your money right there is going to go to the Children's Wish Foundation, just so you know. But I think Billy Bob might be new. I don't recall
Yeah,
that
Billy
name.
Bob. I've not recognized the name, but thank you, Billy Bob. Really do appreciate that.
Yep. One of these days, I got to quit doing these videos and stuff and get my act together and
Get your ass together.
start working on this wish show coming up.
Oh, yes.
We're having trouble with the guest thing. Jenna has been given how do you say, a promotion, so she's not in that now. My contact person, somebody else has taken her place. This other person doesn't know me or what we do, so every time I ask about something, I always get the answer of well, let me get together with my boss about that and ask him, see what he says. Her boss doesn't know me and what I do, so they come out at one time. They sent me like a bunch of legal papers they wanted me to sign. And my answer to that was, I said, Jesus Christ. I said, all I want to do is do a show, make some money, and come down here and give it to you. And you guys are making this sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they went and talked to Jenna, apparently.
Okay.
Because things has really eased up a lot now. And so anyway.
Billy Bob, I apologize. During the regular show, there could be hundreds of people on the show, and I apologize. I didn't recognize your name.
I didn't recognize it either, Billy Bob. I'll have to apologize too. We over a period of time, we have a tendency to recognize the same names. Becky Forbes. My Lord, all these super chats coming in, and I didn't really come here to do that. I just came here to find out about the news thing.
Yeah.
But Becky, I'm going to give that to the kids also. I hope I'm not screwing up the show by doing this, because I really like it when these super chats come in during the show. It adds a lot of excitement.
Oh, yes. Oh, for the Wednesday Night Live. Yes.
Yeah. What is that? $4.99.
$4.99.
Let me ask you something, Russell. Maybe you got an answer for this.
If not, I'll make it up.
Well, good. Why is it that some people do a $5 super chat and it shows up $5? Mm-hmm. Other people will do a $5, like Becky's done a $5 super chat, but it comes up $4.99.
I honestly don't know. I haven't done lives on my channel for a long time.
Well, you ought to.
Well, I'm too busy co-hosting other people's shows.
All you got to do is let me know. Need help? I'll show up. Matter of fact, seeing as how you're the behind the scenes guy here, let me ask you a question, because I don't know this either.
Okay.
Do you have access to everything I got here? Can you use this system? Huh?
Can I use this system?
Yeah, I mean you got access to everything I've got here.
Right.
Can you use this system for yourself?
No, it would show up for you on your channel. Like for instance, I'm gonna put something in the chat right now. I'm gonna say hi everyone and see who it shows up as.
Okay, so if you wanted to use this system, what you're saying is, well, I guess what I'm asking is, if I'm not even here, can you get on your computer and start a live stream, even though it may show me as being the guy or whatever? Can you start this?
No, because when I go in, I'm clicking on something that already says live, that you already set it up. You're already live. I'm just clicking into it, and then I'm your co-host. Then I have access to everything, but you're starting it.
So if you wanted to do a live thing and you didn't want me on there, I could start it up, and on the brands and on the banners and stuff, I can put stuff in there that you want, because I know you got access to that.
Yes.
And then you can just opt me out, and then we could put a title we could put a title at the top up there. We could say Wrestler Live, and then I could opt out and you could go.
Yeah, like I can, like right there, I can show our names and all
Can
kinds
you
of
bring
stuff. Like I can
can
change
you bring
things.
people on and off?
Yes, because I've done that already with the guests. I brought them off.
Well, I know, but I invited them.
Oh, I see. Yes, I can invite guests, but I don't have access to your email list. I only have, because the email list is only accessed from the computer. So I don't have your computer. I have my computer. So when I hit invite, I would have to send the invite to people on my list, on my computer. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm just wondering. So if I took a list from your computer
Mhm.
and put that list in my list, then could you invite?
No, it'd have to be the opposite way. I'd have to take your list of emails.
Okay, I
for
got an
guests.
answer. Then you
Yeah.
give me the invites. I'll invite them, put them in the green room, and we'll just tell them that you'll bring them up whenever you need them, but they're always in the green room for you to do that. And then I just opt out.
Yeah, I could do that.
Hmm.
I'm not saying
Yep.
I'm going to, but I could.
Well, yeah, you ought to once in a while. You know,
Yeah.
you do enough YouTubes where you travel around to all these boring ass places that people can ask you questions.
Nice.
You know me.
Yeah.
I got such a pleasing personality.
Yeah, but we all know that you're just messing around, so that's good. Oh, Sue said no mobile yet.
No mobile.
Yeah, I must, because I was talking to you. I lost track of the chat, so she must be answering somebody.
Oh, I have no idea. What do you mean you lost the chat?
No, when I was doing the banners, I mean the brand, and I said, hey, I can turn on the names and stuff. I didn't have the chat up.
I'm already confused.
Okay. Well, if you go over to brand and click on that, then you can't see the comments. I have to go back up and hit comments again.
Oh, well, pop out your chat for YouTube. You know how to do that.
I was just going to help you in the background. I didn't know I was coming on.
Oh, well, you didn't say anything. You should have sent me an email or something saying, hey, I'm going to be in the background, but I don't want to come on.
Oh, I don't care that I'm on.
So I'm not dressed.
I think the I'm naked.
What's Mama doing?
She was watching us on the other in the living room, and she's knitting. You know, the old people stuff.
Cheryl Perry just got gifted a membership from Mark Berry. KM was gifted a membership by Mark Berry.
Oh,
man!
Thank you again,
Mark's
Mark Berry.
He's
Wow.
just hammering at it, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. Okay, let me see if I can pop out the chat. I'm going to have to mute myself so I don't have you talking twice in the background.
Hey, is it impolite that I eat my hamburger while we're talking to people?
Yeah, what is it with that? You go, yeah, I got to lose weight, so I'm really watching what I eat, and then all of a sudden you see this hand come out. Oh, there's my burger.
Double burger.
Oh, double burger.
Oh yeah,
with cheese.
Look.
Oh my goodness! Look at that. We can just hear the arteries clogging. Okay, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I'm going to try to bring you up on another tab and then pop out the chat so I can see what's going on. Because I can't see from the people who are on in the chat don't know this, but when we're running a show, I can see the main comments, but I can't see things like, you know, Mark Berry gifted somebody or anything like that.
Yeah.
So what would I have to do is bring up another screen, look at the chat that you guys are seeing on your screen, pop it out, and I have a second screen I can bring it over.
Yeah. I was going to say the gifted stuff and all that doesn't show up on the StreamYard chat.
Yeah.
But that's why I pop out the YouTube chat, because then I can see that stuff over there.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to mute so they can't hear. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I'm muting, guys, those people in the chat, those people who are listening, the reason why I mute is because if I go to bring up the show in another tab, you're going to hear big echoes of us talking twice. It's kind of like me talking twice, you know. So just give me a second. Just enjoy watching Skip eat his burger.
Yeah. I probably run one of the stupidest live things there is. Hey, what you do today? Oh, I was watching Skip live. He was eating a hamburger.
Well, at least tell you what, do a hamburger review while I'm setting up.
As far as I'm concerned, if you're traveling the country and whatever, other than the mom and pop restaurants here and there, and there's a few of them around, and as far as I'm concerned, one of the best hamburgers around, man, is Wendy's. I know that that's going to be very controversial, but it's like French fries. As far as I'm concerned, one of the best French fries around at any fast food place is McDonald's. And I've heard all kinds of rumors that it's really not potatoes. It's really not whatever it is. I don't know, but man, they're good. Bill Bear says, no lettuce, no fries. Yep, that's it.
Now I have to reposition
I don't do
my mic
lettuce,
because I can't
Jerry.
see the second screen.
Whenever I go out and eat anywhere, no matter what I get, that's the one thing I never get on anything is lettuce, because I've learned that over my years of traveling in a truck. Lettuce is what will give you food poisoning, so I don't do it. Oh my God, Robin said I had a big mouth. Does she mean I talk too much, or is she talking about that I got a big mouth for getting this thing in there?
That's it. Look at that. His whole face disappeared.
Yeah. You're just jealous because you can't have meat.
Hey, I went to my boss's house today for a brunch with mimosas. I'm like, okay.
Laura says Culver's is her go-to for fast food. Culver's is good. I like the butter burger. I like their ice cream too.
Mm.
I think it's really not ice cream; it's frozen custard. But
I
like
frozen custard better. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Are you sure it's not that cheap ice milk stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay.
What do I know? I don't know.
Oh yeah, Robin said, yeah, she's talking about your mouth getting that burger in there. Yes.
I have a line for that, but we'll just let it go.
Yeah, we don't want to increase the rating for the stream.
Rating? We have ratings now?
Well, YouTube does.
Oh, well, it's bad enough that YouTube don't even promote my channel. Now I've got ratings?
18 plus, yep.
Oh, God.
And John Keller's like, yep, too many mimosas here.
Actually, I've had nothing to drink today except sweet tea. I don't drink that much. I really don't. I do like beer on a hot day. I like beer with a steak.
There you go.
And you know what you tell when the snowbirds are back? Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
I had to go to a doctor appointment yesterday. Went there and got that out of the way. And while we're out, I always like to have lunch or something somewhere while we're out. And Sue was standing there next to me. We was in the parking lot. She said, where are we going? I said, I don't know. I was trying to think of someplace different. I just want to get a burger and a beer. So I thought, let's go down to Square One. Have you ever heard of Square One down here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we go over there, and I always get the same burger. Good burger. A little pricey, but it's a good burger. And then she says, you want a drink? I said, yeah, give me a Yingling. Here's what she said. I think we're out. What? She says, yeah, I think we're out. So she leaves. She comes back. She says, yeah, we're out. And she said, the only thing we have left on tap is Amberbach. And I looked at her and I go, what? I mean, it's the only thing you have. It's a bar. How can you be out of beer? And she said, I don't know. But they said that's all we had left on tap was that. So I don't know what's going on down here, but man, but when these bars start running out of beer, there's a problem somewhere.
That's almost as bad as McDonald's in their ice cream.
Uh-oh.
Was it 80% of McDonald's across the country are always out of ice cream because the machines break down?
Really?
Yeah. Of course,
Maybe they need
Robin's
to
voting
buy
for
a better
beer.
machine.
Well, they're supposed to be changing that because my youngest son actually investigated it, believe it or not. But they have these special machines that can only be worked on by a certain outside company. They have McDonald's has a contract, and sometimes it takes them forever to come and fix the machine, and then they don't teach the people how to use the machines correctly, and they're always breaking down. But Robin's voting for beer and pizza.
Robin said what?
Beer and pizza.
Yeah, I like beer and pizza. I mean, I like beer, period. But yeah,
Just beer.
Yeah, just beer. There's just certain things that if I'm going to go out and eat, I have to time it right. Because you know how easy I am to get along with food.
Yep.
I like to drink beer, let's say, during the meal. I think beer while you're eating your salad is disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
And I damn sure don't want to be drinking a beer if I decide to get dessert.
Depends on the dessert.
What would you drink beer with on what dessert? That's considering the fact your wife probably doesn't even let you have beer.
Oh yeah, no, she goes and gets it for me. She likes dark beer. See,
Well,
you're speechless.
No. Now that we know what she likes,
Yes.
so what do you drink?
Yingling lager. No, I don't.
And what dessert would you drink that with?
Oh, I have no idea. I was just making it up.
That's what I thought.
There's got to be a dessert out there.
No, there's none.
Oh, and yes, I am a wine drinker as well. So, if you see my wife's channel, you see we go around to wineries, but that's on her channel. But I also partake.
You guys drink weird stuff.
Well, usually we look at stuff going, okay, especially for the show. What can we bring on the show? Seriously, we do that just to get Skip to talk about it.
Yeah, like 3 women and a bitch or something like that.
Yeah, 3 bitches and heat. That was the one wine. Yeah.
I was just after the show, I always go and ask myself, why where they find this stuff?
Yep. All right. So I'm trying to catch up on the chat for you.
That's okay. I'm eating.
Oh yeah, that is right, John Keller. There was a lot of controversy recently about McDonald's cleaning their machines regularly. Because there were people saying, don't get the ice cream there. There were employees who was saying, don't eat the ice cream there.
We actually had a McDonald's, a fairly new one. It's been there a few years now, but fairly new back then, over here at Colony Plaza Shopping Center. And Sue and I used to drive our golf cart over there and get ice cream cones at the drive-up. And we used to laugh about it coming back home, thinking, where else in America can you drive a golf cart to the local McDonald's and get an ice cream cone, you know?
Oh, by KM. Yeah.
That particular McDonald's actually got shut down once by the health board. Don't know why it was.
Oh, yeah.
The health board here.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble now.
No, I'm not. She can't hear me.
I hope that was a tofu burger.
I got to tell you, when you guys are side by side, wrestler, you're much prettier.
She can't hear.
She can't hear what he's saying.
She can't hear me, can she?
No.
I'm going to eat something healthy. Bye.
Oh, it is about that time, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm sure she's got some kind of a tofu burger out there for you.
No, that is one thing. For those of you in the chat who haven't heard, Luann, for health reasons, she's vegan. So So when she first had to go vegan, she was trying these different recipes. They were not so great. I mean, they were edible, but not so great. But she's really refined it now. So she's really had a lot of success.
You're really scared of her, ain't you?
Pretty much. Yeah. Now, hey, I'm going to put this up because I'm confused. It says, thank you, Becky, for the super chat. I didn't see a super chat. Becky, if you put a super chat in, thank you. I missed it, unless it was earlier before I came on.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't see no up-to-date super chats either.
Yeah.
It'd be I don't know about you, but it'd be at the top of the page up there, and I don't see it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It would have a little circle at the top. Yeah.
And all the other super chats, we've already acknowledged them, and that's why they disappear.
Gotcha. Oh, it was earlier, the $4.99 chat. Gotcha.
Well, nice that you're right on top of it.
Well, I was when I first came on. I just forgot who it was. I'm sorry. I start yakking and I forget to. Yeah.
Hard cider. I can't see the name there, but it says that they like hard cider. My dad liked hard cider. And they also like just regular, I guess you call it apple cider.
Yes. Yeah. Apple cider is really good. Well, it depends. Apple cider can be slightly alcoholic depending on how it's made, but most apple cider is not. But hard cider, just recently I've come across some hard ciders I really like. They've come a long way with the recipes.
Yeah, they had an apple orchard not too far from where Dad lived, and then around Halloween time really is when they started picking apples. And then they had the pumpkin patch for the kids to go through, ride, out in the fields and stuff. It was a big deal. And I don't know, I watched this place, and I don't know what that farmer made on that kind of stuff, but I think he made a mint because it's still there to this day. His wife makes all kinds of apple pies, apple fruit cakes, apple this, apple that, and then she has a little stand and she sells all this stuff at an enormously high charge price, and she sells out.
Well, yeah, she probably does it in a homemade type of way. Oh, by the way, I'm muting every once in a while because Elias is out there messing around, so you probably hear him, and people who don't know he's autistic probably hear some kids screaming in the background. He's every once in a while. So he's just messing around.
Is he still in a torture chamber?
No, it sounds like he is sometimes.
Well, when we was up in your neck of the woods here a couple of years ago, I think it's been a couple of years ago, we went to someplace because, I was trying to track down the Amish Mafia.
That's right. You were, yeah.
I missed them by one day. I mean, it really made me mad when I found this out. But anyway, I knew there was an Amish restaurant that they hung out in a lot up there. So I went to that restaurant, and of course I ate. God, I got to tell you, I don't know what the difference is, man, but the Amish food sure takes me back, man. It is so good.
Well, they instead of using butter, they just use like a whole thing of lard.
Well, my mom did. I know for facts my mom did. She had a big tin can out in the back porch. It was just full of lard. And I remember my grandma making pie crust with lard. So I'm saying we should all go back to lard.
Marcia, what is buy me a coffee method? That vaguely sounds familiar, but
what?
Marcia says,
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Have you heard about buy me a coffee method? Oh, I know a lot of people that want super chats and stuff like that. They have a button on their channel where it says buy me a coffee.
Oh, yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Like on the front of my main page. I found out that most of these don't work because most people don't go to your main page.
Oh, yeah.
And where my main page is, where that long picture is?
Mm-hmm.
Bottom right-hand corner, there's a PayPal button. What it says is it says help make more videos.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That's what that is. So the buy me a coffee thing's the same thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's just what it is.
I'm going to adjust my seat because I I can't adjust my camera anymore. Hold on.
Would you turn your camera off because you don't want people to see how fat your ass is?
Pretty much. Oh, bye, Robin.
Where's she going?
She has to go. I think get my
Oh.
daughter and granddaughter coming up for dinner. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's getting around Christmas time, you know, so they all start.
Pulled pork and fresh cut fries. Bye, Robin. Eat some for us.
Don't be going to that redneck bar either.
Yeah, I saw that. Uh-oh. Whoops. Here we go.
Oh, God, that looks disgusting.
He said that looked very yummy.
I'm sure he did. Not.
She knows you very well.
So, when did she start saving her dog puke?
Oh, ouch.
I had a thing on here from my granddaughter somewhere. I remember seeing it. But I don't remember what was that. There's so many chats on here. Jessica Moore. That's my granddaughter. Here it is. Correct. Did anyone see the Netflix movie? Nope. She's not talking to me anyway. See how it is? My own granddaughter. She's not even talking to me.
I don't blame her.
Where is she? Thought she had a question on here. I thought I seen earlier, and then I forgot it. I was going to say something, then I forgot it. Well, anyway, Jesse, if you had a question on her, you're going to have to do it again, man, because this old man done lost it. Okay, I would try that next month.
He's lost it.
Yeah, I've done lost it. I don't even know where it is now.
Oh, Jessica Moore?
Is she back?
Oh, okay. I'll just try again next time.
Try what?
I don't know. She's your granddaughter, not mine.
I can't read her mind. Oh, I know what it was. She said something about ending my videos with funny pics of her two dogs. She has two nutty dogs.
Oh, okay.
They're both Frenchie bulldogs. And I'd say, okay, I'll tell you what, you do some videos that you think are funny or whatever, send them to me and I'll look at them. And if I can fit them in, I'll fit them in. I may have to edit a little bit, but if I can fit them in, I'll fit them in. But remember, no background music because I get, problems there. And if you're going to talk, it makes it hard to put them at the end. But yeah, you can talk, but make sure if you talk that we can hear you. Because some people with cell phones holds them way out here and they're talking, right? And you can't hear a word they're saying. So if you're going to do video and talk, seriously, hold that phone up to your face like that. Hold it this way, not this way. If you want to set me on fire, send me video like this.
Do it.
Do it like this.
Do it.
What's that?
Becky has
where can I get a list of clubs that are in the villages? I don't know. Wrestler brought that up.
Yeah, I think there's when we were down there, it was in one of the papers, wasn't it?
There is a paper that does show some activities going on, and it'll tell you what club that is. But I don't know if there's a list of 3,000 clubs with people's phone numbers in it.
There we go. Thursday newspaper, Phil says.
Could be. I don't read the paper.
And was the Amish restaurant called Shady Maple? I went to Shady Maple once, and this is no lie. They had a room itself, like a small, I shouldn't say small, like a very large living room area. That you walked in, it was just desserts. It was a whole room just of desserts. That was it. And then you go into the main room area, and that's where they had all the food, and it was huge. So yeah, with a 200-foot long buffet, yes, that's a real thing.
Well, I don't think I was there, but Lancaster County, I'm pretty sure we was in Lancaster County.
No, you were in Lancaster.
It was at Lancaster?
Yeah, Lancaster. That's Pennsylvania Dutch. Lancaster.
I am from Pennsylvania, and I'm not Dutch, and I really don't care. So
Okay.
now that you told me that, I'm going to make sure when I come up there next time, I'm really going to pronounce it now. Lancaster.
Yeah. It's like, no,
Oh,
that's
I'm
in
here at
California.
Lancaster.
We're Lancaster.
Yes. Every time I talk about Illinois, people are always correcting me, saying, "Oh, the S is silent. The S is silent." So every time I say that, next time I talk about Illinois, I just insinuate it.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Thursday
What?
paper. You're right. That's where I saw it.
Okay.
They have a club and activities insert in the Thursday paper.
On Thursday's paper at the Daily Sun.
Yes, the fun paper.
Yeah, I don't know. Do they have a
Happy paper.
website so somebody that not lives here can go to the website and look at the different clubs? Because for asking me, I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to take all my time to go to a paper, go through all the activities, make 100 phone calls. Hey, can you do a video with me so I can put it on? I'm not doing it. You call them and tell them to call me.
That's your job.
I don't.
You're
have I look for things to do that's easy for me to do. Because here's the secret.
Yes.
I want to have things I can do here, whether I'm here or not here. So in other words, if I'm in a motorhome and I come to your house, I want to still be able to do my YouTube channel, even though I'm not here.
Gotcha.
So here's some of the things that happen. I started doing my Patreon thing, and one of the benefits of the higher paying Patreons was once a month, I say a half an hour, but we didn't care how long it took. I did this, like me and you are here talking like this. I can see you, you can see me. I would give each one of my Patreon members 30 minutes a month to do this with me and Sue. Ask us anything you want. And that was one of the benefits.
Nice.
The reason why I did that was because even if I'm not here and I'm in Arizona in my motorhome, I can still do this.
That makes
Somebody
sense.
came up with the idea of Patreon lunch. I didn't really want to do that for that reason, because if I'm not here, we can't do a Patreon lunch.
Gotcha.
So, but we work it out because now they know the Patreon lunch is not guaranteed to be every month either. Actually, it works out about every 2 months.
Oh, the boss came on.
Uh-oh. Districtgov.org. Oh, yeah, you can go there and find a lot of stuff too.
And wait, resales. Wait, I must be missing half the conversation here. Talking about resales.
Yeah, I'm reading stuff to me. I'm reading stuff here that don't make sense to me either. It says resales were in Lancaster County. I don't know, whatever that is. I have no idea.
Sorry, Susan, I'm missing half the conversation.
Yeah. She's not talking to us. She's talking to somebody else.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, if did I hear you earlier that if anybody wanted to come up and talk about why they moved to the villages, is that what you were talking about? In the future?
Well, what I was referring to is that we ask for volunteers all the time, and we depend on these people to do if they want to. They don't have to. But I was talking about on WNL on like the live show. I can't think of the guy's name. Sorry. He's a viewer. And when I was doing porch sitting a couple months ago, actually, I said, anybody that would be interested in coming on WNL show for 5 minutes and talk about why you came to the villages, what do you like about it, what you don't like about it. You'll have 5 or 10 minutes to tell your side of the story, and I'm not going to bother you. Say your side of the story, blah, blah, blah. Be interested in that. Yeah. There again, if we have people that moved out of the villages, say to go somewhere else, I'd be interested in having them come on for 5 or 10 minutes as a guest, just like we're doing right here. And they could tell their side of the story. Why did we leave? Like Deb. Deb left, but it had nothing to do with her not liking the villages. But I don't want to tell her side of the story because she's not here.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm looking for, is that kind of stuff. And out of all the people that say they watch my show, one guy volunteered.
And that was the guy who was on last week.
And that was the guy that was on. He did a great job. He told his story. He did a great job.
Yeah.
All you need is
and you don't have to have like a full studio like Skip and I have. Just
we can do it on a cell phone.
Yeah.
As long as you don't move it around very much, just kind of set it where we can see you, that kind of thing. But
no drinking mimosas before you get on.
Yeah. And do not hold your phone this way.
Do it that way.
This way.
Yeah.
I wonder if they know why. Does people know
Oh.
why we're saying don't do that? Hold the phone this way. Seriously, on chat. Put it on chat. Seriously. Do you know why we're telling you not to hold your phone like this and take a picture or a video to send it in? We're saying do it this way all the time. Do you know why? Say yes or no. That's it. So we're saying if you don't know why, I'm going to show you. Or Russell will show you. He's probably better at it than I am.
Well, I don't have my phone with me, or I would, but really, if Skip holds that phone back up sideways,
Me? This
yeah,
way?
yep, and hold it in front of your face, and then a little more towards the camera, you can see.
I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here.
Actually, no, there is a reason for that. Hold it towards the camera, and then they'll be able to see from your block. See how his block is. That's why. Because if you hold it the other way, so go ahead and hold it up and down, and go towards the camera. You see how the top and bottom would be cut off.
Oh.
So if you hold it sideways, the whole picture will be there. If you hold it straight up and down, the top and bottom is going to be cut off, or it'll make it a lot harder for him to edit.
Yeah. I'm going to show you one. Here's one coming from the guy that's supposed to know. Look at that.
Yes. But now, to be fair, that was set to you so you can cut out my face and stuff for the show.
I cut him out. If you turn your phone sideways, we get the full effect.
Yes.
If you hold it up and down, we get more of that.
I thought you were going to show the other picture.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah, right.
Which one are you talking about? This one?
Yeah, that one. Hey, that one, for those of you who are in the chat, I won second place in the beauty contest with that one.
You lie.
I did.
What was the criteria for beauty?
The residents just voted on it. It was in a senior care home. They were all half blind anyway. But the thing is, the chaplain, who also dressed in drag, he won first place. But he used 2 balloons. And you never guess where he put the balloons.
Yeah. I'm going to send me an invite. Can I do that?
I don't know.
Well, I'm doing it. See how this works out.
Yeah. But anyway, it was something that, when you work in a nursing home, you do anything you can just to cheer up the residents, and that was the first and last time I dressed in drag. No, that's not true. I did do one more time when I did the parody of Deb. But that was
okay. Real quick, I want to show somebody how simple it is to come on as a guest for 5 or 7. I just sent me an invite, and here's how it looks like. It goes to your email, whatever email you give me. And there's an invite.
Hold it back just a little bit.
Is it focusing?
No, you're going to have to. Yeah, there you go. Well, behind the camera. There, you got it.
It sends you an invite. You see that link right there where it says, here is your link? All you got to do is click it. But that's it. I click on that.
I'm going to bring it right up.
Yeah. Do I have to put my name in?
You have to put a name of some sort. You don't have to put your name. Like I put in WrestleMania. I didn't put in Jamie.
Yeah, I got the names blocked right now.
I got it. There you go. See, he put in Skip. I put in WrestleMania.
Okay. And then it says to give him access to your microphone and camera on your phone, which I said yes.
Yep.
Display name, it says. I want to put down the best display name for me.
Oh, God.
Okay. As soon as I hit enter, now it came up.
Yep. And now what I can do, then I can add him to the stupid.
Here's the thing. You might hear a little crap because I can't shut my thing off.
There you go.
How do I shut the mic off on this phone?
I don't know.
Okay.
Can you just turn the volume down?
I got it all the way down and I've got the mic shut off.
There you go.
It's still, anyway, when you hold your phone this way, I'm trying to do this so you can get a good idea. See how the picture is? People, watch this when I turn it sideways. Oh, I'm blocking it.
Now watch it not flip right.
Yeah, turn it this way.
There we go.
Bam. Bam. See how that worked? Bam. Look at it. Don't do that. Do that.
Bam. Okay.
Kick me out. Kick me out.
There we go.
Okay. I wouldn't have to worry about it. That's why. Really,
Should I
seriously.
ban you from the screen? No.
Yeah. When you do video, because I tell people all the time, if you see something going on around here that you think is kind of cool, I say, send me a video, because I might take these videos and edit them and use them on WNL or something, especially when they're funny. Jose sent me two actually, and I put them together. He run into two cars that was driving down a golf cart trail.
Oh.
So real quick, he just grabs his phone and starts the video on.
Yeah, Mark's like, no, that's Mr. Stupid, not stupid.
Yeah.
Mr. Stupid.
Yeah, don't forget that, Mister. I'm a big supporter of cops. I always have been, and I still am. I know they're not all perfect, but I still am. They got a tough job. And I watch these cop shows on TV once in a while. And I tell you what, if I was a cop, I'd be in their face. They have most of these people that keep getting in trouble, I call them street kids. They were raised on the street for whatever reason. Most of them probably never graduated high school. They don't know proper use of English language. And it's just the way they talk. And so here's a cop pulling this guy over for whatever reason is. He's got a warrant for his arrest. So now they got to take him in. That's the law. And the guy keeps calling the cop, bro, dude, man. If I was a cop, I'd say, you can call me Mr. Smith. You can call me officer. You can call me Officer Smith. I'm not your bro. I'm not your man. And I'm not a dude.
Yeah, anyway, bro.
Yeah, call me Mr. Stupid. Yeah, I'm not your dude.
Oh, by the way, you're very welcome, Sue. Although to be fair, Luann sent it.
What did I do?
Christmas card.
Huh?
The Christmas card that I sent.
Oh, yeah, I saw it out there.
Yeah.
Got one from Bill B too.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I'm still going to talk him into telling us some stories. I mean, he's got so many stories. The one story, and I'm not going to tell it, but there's one story is some lady that borrowed a quarter from him to use in a payphone. He told that you have to, there's like a punchline to it. You have to hear, and it's true. That's what it's true. Mm-hmm. And I laughed. I couldn't help it. Oh my God. I can't believe she done that.
Well, do you know that, and it is funny. And everybody does this. So if you're going to think of coming on to talk to Skip and tell your story, that's why Skip and I were both really blown away with the guy last week, because normally that's not how people react when you're up on screen. You're nervous. You think about everything you're going to talk about and your mind goes blank. when you first go on live, you go blank. So it takes a while to get used to doing it. Yeah,
that's why I tell them. I said, just talk. Just look at just make sure your lighting's right. That's what the systems tech is. Just make sure the lighting's right. Other than that, just talk.
Yeah.
And he did exactly what I said, and he did a great job.
Yeah, we didn't even have to direct them.
Oh, I love that. They can talk and tell their stories, answer the chat, do what they want to do, and I just sit here and drink beer.
Yep. Here's a question.
What? Oh, wait a minute. Do I think 2% of the people that cause 98% of the problems in the villages? Not just the villages. I think that's the way it is nationwide. A small percentage of the people cause the rest of us to pay more in taxes, because a small percentage of the people are the ones that's in prison, and we have to pay for their food, their heat, their air, their TVs, anything that they need in there. We've taken responsibility of it, and now we got to take care of them. And I've always said that we need to stop that. It's getting crazy nuts, and we should job out that job of taking care of long-term prisoners and let Mexico have them. Send them down there, and we'll just pay them, I don't know, $2 a day to feed these people. Was that politically wrong?
No comment. Hey, Bill says the afternoons sounds interesting.
The afternoon.
After news.
Oh, afternoons. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's about the fourth or fifth person that said that they thought that sounded okay. And I may do it. And the reason why I'm trying all this stuff out, because I swear to you, I think the day's coming where I'm not going to be cutting any videos at all. Because I just feel like I'm doing the same thing everybody else is doing, or should I say everybody else is doing the same thing I'm doing. And it's becoming a personality thing. Well, I like her better than you. Well, I like him better than you. I like them because I like their dog. It's just, you just get tired of it.
Nobody knows what you're talking about there.
Well, there's a lot of people, and I've told you this.
Mhm.
If you do your videos, bring your cat on at least toward the end of the video and say bye to everybody. You'll pick up 1,000 new subscribers.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That's clickbait.
I mean,
I
showing
have I have a big moral standard about that, but I know you don't, so you could do it.
It's true. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Bye, JC. Thanks for coming.
Are we losing viewers? If we are, we'll end this because we've been on here too long now.
Yeah, we're down. We're down to 79.
Maybe we should just get out of here then. I'm boring everybody. I don't want to bore. I just wanted to ask their opinion about this afternoon thing. That's all. I figured I'd be on here for 10 or 15 minutes and be out of here. Bill says just do a talk show live. We do every month. It's called.
Well, I think he means not like a non-scripted.
Or we do. Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah.
And if I do the after news thing, that's what it's going to be. Non-scripted. Just going to be after news. People that watch the news at 6:30 when it's over. Anybody that wants to hang around, just come on and say, "Hey, I saw this story, and what's the rest of the story?" So things like that. Yeah, I don't know.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, we got to come. Oh, that's something you can do. Ask people in the chat to put in, if you can think of a name for the after show or the after news. Just email Skip.
A name for what?
The after show. The after news.
Because
you said earlier about.
Yeah. I don't have a name yet, but if you think you got a good name, send it to me. I'll take it in consideration. I won't promise you anything, but I will definitely take it in consideration. I'll tell you something I asked somebody to do one time and nobody volunteered. I asked somebody to come up with a song for my videos for the beginning of it.
Oh, yeah.
So, apparently we got no musicians out there at all.
I know. Luann is, and she's like, I ain't doing it.
Yeah. I damn sure can't do it. I don't play instrument. I can't sing. I've got all the stuff here it takes to do it, but I can't do it. I can do funny voices, like the sticker song. I've done that.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Things. Well, you got a terror how to change your voice and all that.
Oh, yes. See if I can. You know what? I don't have it set up right now, but
just turn it on.
I'm working on it.
It's one button.
Yes, it is.
God.
There we go.
You mean like this one?
Yeah. So I could do that stuff. That's about it.
Gotcha.
Or the demon.
Oh, the demon. Where's the demon?
Those are always
Where's
good.
the demon?
There is the demon.
Those are always good.
Yeah, they're fun. Okay, so we're gonna be wrapping this up pretty good. Let's see. I was off the chat, so let me see. At the Villager Skip Smith.
Well,
I don't always catch the news as soon as you post it. I then may not catch it. Oh, gotcha. All right.
Well, I understand some people can't. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's just an idea I had of what do you think? Because if I do it, it's a possibility, just a possibility, and nothing is in stone here. I don't want somebody to send out a rumor that I said something, that I may move port setting to Monday, do away with all videos, and then news on Friday, and then the after news chat, and that's my week right there.
Ooh.
Because any videos I do, like a home tour.
He said doo-doo.
Yeah, do. That's good. I would never caught that.
Yeah.
But any videos that I do also, like somebody say, hey, can you do a video of a house I got for sale, whatever. I can post that on Wednesday once in a while. I just don't want to be obligated to every Wednesday. I'm going to do a video and I don't want to do that. But any videos that I do also, like a golf cart ride, things that are just normal daily living around here. Maybe nothing extravagant, nothing great, nothing important, but I'm going to start posting all of that. If I do an afternoon show now, I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm saying if I do make the moves, then some of them unimportant things that I'm going to do, I'm going to post it on my YouTube members and I'm going to post it on my Patreon members only. I'm not going to put it on YouTube. Jessica Moore, French Bulldogs are so, oh yeah, that's what it was. She wanted me to do pictures of her 2 French Bulldogs she's got. And both of them are unruly.
Ah. Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, Jerry Bell, I think, even though her probably goes 60 minutes long, I think 60 minutes has been taken. I'm not sure.
What? Yeah, that's a TV show, Jerry. What's the matter with you?
All righty.
And with me, it seems like it's never 60 minutes.
Yeah. That's why.
Hey,
That's why.
let me ask you.
That's why I think that one's better on the screen.
Yeah, the bullshit session. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this:
Yes.
if I do after the news on,
Yes.
let's say it's Friday, it doesn't make a difference. The time is 6:30 ish to whenever. Could
Mhm.
be a half hour. Whenever the questions stop, we're not doing this. Whenever the questions stop, we're done.
Okay.
Are you available for a moderator, or are you working?
It honestly, I know this sounds like a cop out, but I am on call 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
Probably will be available, but
maybe not.
Yeah, but maybe not. That's the thing. If I'm an integral part of the show, you probably don't want to have me as that part. Quite honestly.
Well, I
just
always
in
have
case.
moderators, but I don't.
Yeah.
You're the only one I have that works behind the scenes. You're the only
Okay.
one.
But I would say probably a 90% chance I would be able to, but I get caught in a lot. So,
How many more years you got to go?
theoretically 3 years, but we're talking to somebody next year might be my last year.
Really?
Mhm.
So are you staying where you're at, or have you found a place that you're interested in moving to, or?
Well, we just started. I like the Villages. Luann so far likes Sola Vita, and I have to admit I like Sola Vita.
Well, go there.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of places we want to look at. We just started, So
Becky says,
I'm
news-
sorry. I'm looking
chatter.
out here. There's the news newcomers.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
That's not going to fly. No.
No, that's not flying.
Yeah.
The news chatter show. That don't really strike my bell that well.
Yeah.
News chatter. I don't know. I'll think about that one. That's a maybe. Skip, take on the news. That's too much. Too many words.
Skip
Nothing
takes on.
short and sweet.
Skipping the squirrel. Squirrel.
Hey, that's a thought. People will go through the YouTube thing, go skipping a squirrel. What the hell is that?
What's that?
Yeah, let's click on that.
and then they'll listen to you talk for like 5 minutes, and then squirrel.
Yeah.
Now I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll click on that and they'll hear me talking about the
Ooh.
news, whatever. Huh? What?
You see what's on the screen now?
Oh, news to you?
Oh, Grumpy News.
Oh, I see that. You like that?
It fits, especially with the email.
Oh, I guess we'll have to consider that one too then, huh?
Yeah. I keep forgetting the screen's backwards when I go to point.
Hey, all like it. Your right hand is your left hand.
Yeah.
See, this is my right hand over here pointing that way.
Mhm.
And this one's pointing where this one's supposed to point. I know. It's all kind of goofy.
Yeah.
I like that kind of.
Oh my goodness, we're back up and we're up to 80 people now.
Oh, each one of you send me $1. Well, I'm gonna give it to the kids anyway, so
Yeah,
you know, I just
true,
write it
yeah.
over here.
Although
You know,
honestly,
somebody
if
was
it-
asking about that, and I said, you know, seriously, I understand COVID and the economy's bad and everything sucks. I understand that. Nobody
Yes.
understands that more than a person on a limited budget. They understand that. But they were talking about like the kids and our goal and all this and that. And I was talking to Sue when we were at the hamburger joint the other day. I said, you know, if you really think about it, I've got roughly 12,000 subscribers. It ought to be 212,000, but it ain't. But it's 12. If each one of those subscribers would just give me 50 cents, I'm way over my goal.
oh yeah, true.
And that's 50 cents. That's what's that? People find that in the couch.
Did
just,
you see Barry's comment? Mark Barry, I put it together. Mark Barry's comment. If you have it on
Grumpy
Wednesday,
hump day.
Grumpy Hump
After the hump.
Day. That could be, you'd be 18 plus. No.
We'll find a name. We'll have to put them all down and go over them. I'll go over with Linda and a whole bunch of other people and kind of get everybody's opinion about it. Or I'll narrow it down to say 3, and then we'll come back up here to do this, and we'll let people vote. Which one do you like? 1, 2, or 3? What do you think?
Or the have a beer with Skip, or Friday beer with Skip, something like that.
I
That
don't
was,
generally drink that much. I drink beer usually on Wednesday Night Live. That's one day a month for one reason and one reason only. The same reason why I wear a hat on Wednesday Night Live. Same reason why my Dicky birds back here are going on Wednesday Night Live. It just become a thing, and the people on the chat is what made it a thing. And so when they responded to it and talked about it, I thought, well, I got to keep doing that. They liked that. And if somebody come along and said that they didn't like something, one dislike doesn't make a change. But if I get 10 people saying, yeah, we didn't care for that, then I don't do it anymore. You know, like if somebody get on here right now, 10 of them saying, that wrestler guy, we don't really care for him. You're gone.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just do my own damn show. I don't care.
Hey, by the way, what do you think of that Epson printer you got? And don't lie to me.
No, I actually do like it. We had as you saw in the video, we had the older version, and I gave that to the kid going off to college, and we got the newer one. And for our needs, it works plenty fine. In
It
fact,
just
it's a little
seems to
more than what we
me,
need.
it just seems to me for your original setup, there was a lot of crap going through.
There is. Now you can be not as precise with it and set it up a lot quicker. But I thought, there's a lot of tech heads that watch, my stuff too. So I'm going to just bring it all the way through, show people step by step. If you really want to go, minute detail. So that's what I did. Thank you, Jessica. Did you see Jessica? Ha ha ha.
Oh,
Ha.
I see that shot. Yeah. Somebody's throwing rocks at me now.
That's it.
We've got an HP printer. It doesn't have the fax, all that, but it's a copy printer or email printer, whatever you want to call them. It does the basic stuff. But I got to tell you, I've had this thing, I bet you 10 or 12 years. And we've never had a problem with it. Now, Sue has a problem with it. And it's always because she tries to load the ink cartridges in backwards.
Oh, okay. And she forgets to crank it up.
Well, no, it won't even work. When they're in backwards, it doesn't do anything. Because
No, I mean normal. Is it an old Ditto machine, you mean? Or is it a
oh, you're funny. Oh, you're funny. Yeah. So she bought a new one.
Yeah.
And after I went in there and I looked at it, I go, well, the ink cartridges are in backwards. I turned them around, put them back in, and it works perfect. I like it because my computer's already set up for it. And the brand new one is still sitting on the floor. Been there for a couple months now, and it's still in the box.
Oh. Somebody said they tried to send money but didn't know how. Where's that banner? There it is.
PayPal's the easiest way.
Yeah, PayPal is the easiest way, but if you want to physically send money, That's still your address, right? Or did you
Yeah,
close that?
yeah. That's PO box we use for,
Okay.
for that. Yeah, but you can send it there. Send them quick because the show's going to be, what is it, the 20th this month?
I don't have my calendar in front of me.
Yeah, because we got Patreon lunch, I think. No, wait a minute. Maybe it's the 21st. It's a Wednesday. So it'll be the 21st. Patreon lunch is the 20th. And then we
I
got.
don't have my
got
phone with
that.
me because I didn't want to be interrupted. Yeah, 21st. Yeah, thanks, Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're going to mail a check, you got to mail it faster. I won't be able to acknowledge you on the show because we don't run to this post office every day. We'll probably go to that post office like maybe a day before the show so we can get everybody's name on the show that we can. But other than that, that's it. If it comes in after that, there's really nothing I can do.
Hey,
But
by the way, I just realized you took like 2 bites of the hamburger
it's gone.
in 2 bites. Holy crap!
Yeah, there's nothing left. I eat it all.
He's hungry.
I can eat, especially if it's good food. Ask the guys on the cruise ship I was on when they came around the 4th time to offer me a lobster tail.
Well, I mean, that's something lobster tail? I'm already
Yeah.
paying for this? Give me a lobster tail.
Yeah, it was all part of the cruise ticket, and
Yeah,
when it comes
exactly.
to like lobster tail and stuff like that, I mean, I just love that stuff. And the embarrassing part, let me tell you this little story real quick. There's like 10 or 12 people sitting at our table, and we all went as a group, right?
Yeah.
And it was, and I don't know where they find all this stuff up. They had to tell us it was dress up night for dinner. They didn't have to. It was just one of them fun things, dress up. Dress up
Yeah.
meaning, I don't know what it means, but anyway, Sue brought me some kind of a suit jacket. Wasn't a suit jacket. What do you call them? Sports jacket?
Oh, sports jacket. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
and a white shirt and a gray tie. And by the time I put all this stuff on, I looked in the mirror and I told Sue, I said, I look like a mafia guy. This thing. So we go down there and we're sitting at this table and they come around, they give you the menu, and everything on the menu is part of the price of the ship. You just order whatever you want. So, everything except drinks. You get like tea, lemonade, and water or something. But if you want like a beer or whatever, that's extra price, which who cares? So anyway, I ordered they had like different meals. And one of them I think I got was the filet mignon and lobster tail. And I got that. That was part of the menu that night.
Yeah.
So they bring this thing over to me, and I'm talking about, I've always heard that the food on a cruise ship is like the best. Well, I've only been on one cruise, and I got to tell you, they're 100% correct. Good Lord. So I'm eating this food, and I ate this lobster tail, very hot butter served with it. And that's the key to lobster tails, hot butter.
Yeah.
And I'm eating this thing, and Sue was next to me. And she said, what are you thinking? I said, God, this is the best food I've had, and I can't tell you how long. And I told her, I said, I could eat another one of these lobster tails. Well, unbeknownst to me, he comes back around with a tray with, I don't know, half a dozen or so lobster tails on there. And he says, would anybody else at the table like to have another one? And I'm at the end of the table, and I'm waiting for everybody else to say whatever. Finally gets down to me. He said, would you like one? I said, sure. I said, matter of fact, I'd take 2 if I can do that. He's sure. He gives me 2. I suck them babies down. He comes back around again for my 4th lobster tail. He stands at the end of our table. And it was really funny. The waiter's not looking at nobody else. He looks down the table at me and goes, would anybody else like to have another lobster tail? And I'm looking at Sue, and I leaned over and I said, I'm starting to feel guilty. So I said, no, I'm good. And the guys at the other end of the table, which I knew them, they're going, oh, come on, Skip. Surely you can choke down another one. So,
rooting you on.
What?
They were rooting you on. Hey, and somebody brought up in the chat, I lost track of it now, but I think it was Mark Berry that said, if you're going to go on, what was it? What did he say? PayPal, I think he said, that you see Skip's name as Floyd. It is Skip.
Yeah, it's Floyd.
Yeah.
So, matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that. Somebody called me yesterday. Right. Anyway, I got in contact with somebody yesterday. I forget who it was. And they said, hey, I was going to put a PayPal donation in there for the kids, but I don't know if you got scammed or not because it keeps coming up Floyd. And I had to just, that's me. Oh, everybody knows me as Skip, you know, and I guess it
Yeah.
just, yeah, that's my real name. Make fun all you want. That's my real name.
And
Did I ever tell you how I got the nickname Skip?
no, I don't think you did.
Should I tell that story?
Uh,
It's not funny.
well, I'm not worried about the funny part. I'm worried about what's
It's
the
not
rating.
funny, and it's not funny, and it's not dirty. And matter of fact,
Oh.
you might even find it sad.
Oh, okay.
No?
No, I wouldn't say sad. No,
Okay,
it's not.
okay.
But Ray has a question.
The super chat go to the kids. Yes, in the month of December, and I would encourage you, if you can. If you can't, then you can do it anytime you want. I would encourage you to do the super chats during the WNL show this month. It just adds more excitement as we're going through the show, and these super chats keep popping in. It just makes the show more exciting, and that's what we look for. But hey, if you can't make the show and you want to do a super chat now for the kids, absolutely. I've been writing them down. I guess the ones I got tonight was for that, and so I wrote them all down. And that's exactly what we'll do with them. You got my word.
Your secretary's not on the show today, so you got to do it.
Well, I'm not sure after last show she screwed that up.
I have to admit, I misunderstood too. So that was partially
Well,
my
if you
fault
look
as
at
well.
this, since the show, here's what we did on the last show, and you guys had that down to the bottom line there, whatever it is.
Mhm. Yeah.
Since then, I have filled this paper up with stuff that's come in,
Oh, that's awesome.
and here's in the last few days here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
No.
the paper's almost full
But still,
of stuff.
I can see writing. I can't see what it is
Yeah.
though. But yeah,
Yeah, and
That is great.
That most of this stuff over here, a lot of this stuff over here doesn't include checks that's came in. I haven't wrote them down yet.
oh, that's fantastic. Thanks,
Yeah.
everybody.
So I don't know what we got, but you know what our goal is. It's a $5,000 goal this year is what we're wanting. Last year we got 2,500.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a heck of a jump. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you beat that and do 3,000, that's still something to be very
Hey,
happy about.
We'll take whatever they get, you know.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
but when we did this on the last show, who would thought COVID was going to get in the way?
Oh yeah, that's
God.
that's true.
And then the economy. I mean, who would have thought that? I mean, everything. How can everything go good one month and be crap the next?
Yeah.
Them
Well-
damn Russians. Why don't we just nuke them and be done with it? Oh, Sue
Yeah.
keeps telling me I got to stop poking a bear with a stick because you're pissing people off.
No, I don't think you're pissing them off. I think you're just going, let's skip.
You think? Let me tell you
I
what.
think so.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what. I was picking on Sue on a porch setting like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
She said something. I forget what it was she said. And Sue's basically, she won't admit it, but basically she's a Democrat. I'll say it. I'll say that word. She'll tell you she's
Okay.
not. But
Right.
she leans that way a lot. I don't really
Okay.
care one way or the other. But I pick on her all the time, especially when things go wrong. I go, huh. I see your boy screwed up again today. You know, I'll say stuff like that. Well, I said something about on porch setting. Well, like 3 or 4 days ago, we go up to the post office to get the donations and stuff, if there was any up there. And there's this letter in there. And I read and I looked at it. Now Sue's looking at me like I've done something wrong here. And I forget who it was from. So I got it right over here. I could read it, but I'm not going to. I don't want to embarrass nobody. And it said on there, said, I've been watching your channel for a long time. I highly doubt that, but that's what she said. And I always appreciated the fact that you never talked about politics or religion on your channel. Well, I don't talk about it, but I do sometimes poke fun at it, you know, so that tells me she isn't watching my channels all the time. And she said, but on the last one, you made something about Sue and you talked about the politics or whatever. And I just didn't really appreciate that. So bye.
Wow, that one comment.
And she went and this is handwritten. It's a handwritten
wow.
letter.
When you
She
get
was
a
really
handwritten
pissed.
one, that
Yeah.
means something. Yes.
Should I frame that letter and hang it on the wall behind me? A wall of shame back here.
There you go. Wall of shame. Yeah.
Yeah. Ray Perkowski. Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you, Ray.
I'll give that to the kids. Now, see, look, $10. But sometimes somebody will give a $10 sticker and they'll say $9.99.
Yeah.
I don't know
Maybe-
why
Is it Australian $10?
that's not real
Canadian
money.
10?
That's not real money either. Anyway, put that up again. I got to write his name down.
Okay.
Ray something. I know that. Ray. By the way, did you get my ink pens I sent you?
Oh, do you
Have
know
you
what?
used
I
them?
am so glad I pulled out what you sent me, and just for some reason, I'm thinking, what? I wonder if I should dig in because. By the way,
Because
he
you
sent
never
me
know about
something-
that Skip. He's not going to do anything.
Yeah. So just so you guys in the chat know what's going on, he sent me something because I had made a comment about anyway, I made a comment and he sent me something and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And he sent it, and luckily I was smart enough that I took scissors very carefully. Because I'm
I
thinking
can't believe you've done that.
I did. I'm thinking, now this is from Skip. So I open it up very carefully, and it's like really super compact. And I had to put my hand on it when I opened up the box. And I swear he put like a whole roll of tape on it. So I
did.
knew something was up.
Oh,
So
it wasn't going to explode.
no, but lucky I didn't bring it in my studio. I kept it out in the kitchen. And I put my hand on it so it slowly opened up, and there's all these little pieces of paper. So, because it was ready to go twing and everything come out. But I pulled out the main thing that you got me. Thank you very much.
Oh.
And I pulled that out, and there's all this paper, and I'm wondering, that's an awful lot of paper for this little bit. I'm going to dig down further just to see. And luckily I did. I dug down. I'm like, there's something else in here. So I did see the two sets. Yes, thank you.
Oh, crap. You didn't find a surprise?
Oh, crap.
Seriously, you did not find a surprise.
No.
Did I pack it?
Well, the box is still out there. I didn't throw the box out yet.
Yeah, there's some
Maybe I
fake
should go
dog poop. There's some fake dog poop.
Oh,
in there.
there's there. Yes. No, I did see that. I thought it was real. So I ate it. No, I didn't.
I can't believe that. You talk about all this stuff, and the most important thing, the fake dog poop, you don't even bring up.
If you're serious, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No, I'm going to go back out. Now, watch this.
Well-
He's probably going to be laughing his butt off after the show because he's going to say, I really didn't send it. Now he's out there rooting through the box.
I got to look back here. Maybe I forgot to put it in there. Hold on.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that hair. All righty. So Phil Beard. Oh, 5 is $4.99 and 10 is $9. But do you know why it comes up different, Phil? Because I honestly don't know the answer. I really don't. Uh-oh. I wasn't watching. Did he have carpenter's crack when he bent over? Anybody know? We're going to tell him that he did anyway. Just, hey, everybody in the chat's talking about carpenter's crack when you bent over. What's going on there?
Talking about what?
Carpenter's crack. You had carpenter's crack when you bent over. You just
No, I
mooned
didn't.
everybody.
No, I didn't. I have my shirt tails hanging out, so that's impossible. I'm wise to you guys.
Right.
Well, if it's not in that box, I don't see it here because it was sitting over there. It was
Okay, I'll text you after I look through it.
And what I really liked about it, this fake dog poop,
Yeah.
it feels like it could be.
Oh, really?
It's really, really ushy.
It feels like no, he didn't.
Yeah. I gave Linda some fake dog poop too, and she hasn't said a word about it. So I don't know if she's even opened hers yet. I'm just dying to hear her go, hey, I was opening that box and I thought something took a crap in my box. Well, that didn't come out right, did it?
Nope. What she, you know what? Knowing her though, she probably won't say anything just to get on your nerves. Did she get it? Did she get
that's
it?
what them corporate people do. When there's something that really gets on their nerves,
Yeah.
just don't bring it up.
Don't even talk about it.
Because if you do, they'll do it again.
That's right.
I talked about hers. I mean, she gave me
Her
some
crap?
Yeah,
What? Oh, the poop. Yes, the alien poop.
the alien poop.
Yes. I thought that was awesome.
The alien poop.
Yeah.
It's funny when you get out to not necessarily Roswell, but probably a 200-mile radius around Roswell. Then people
Yeah.
out there are trying to make a mint over these aliens that supposedly crashed and walked around.
Oh, yeah.
There's alien hotels, alien
Yeah.
restaurants. The green alien is in front of every business out there. They're just
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, when
By the way,
you
By the
when
way,
you first,
you being an educated man that you are,
yeah.
do you believe anything like that could really exist? I'm not
Do I
asking
think-
about planets that could have life on them. There's no answer to that. Do
Yeah.
you believe that somebody could actually fly here on a shoestring and crash if they're smart enough to fly here from light years away and then crash?
Well, if they're getting our signals out there and saying, "Hey, there's life on this planet," and they see what we sent out, like the TV shows and the radio shows and stuff like that, they'd be saying, "I ain't going there."
Yeah.
But that alien poop stuff, when you first held that up and like popped it in your mouth,
Yeah.
my expression was like,
Oh yeah. You know, Deb hates that picture.
"Does she? Hey,
Yeah.
Deb."
Yeah. That's why I keep it.
I kind of figured.
Yeah. She hates it so much that I don't even think she watches my show anymore. Yeah.
Oh my. Okay. Well,
Let's get
okay,
out
what
of
is
here.
it? 6 o'clock, and and we're starting to drop in viewers anyway. But thank you so much for those of you. Yeah, 3 hours later, right, Phil?
Yeah.
All right.
And don't forget, if you're interested in being a guest on WNL for, say, 5 minutes to talk about why you like about, what you hate about, where'd you move, why this,
Mhm.
that, whatever the case may be, email me. Let me know. I'll get in contact with you and we'll set it up. Kids Wish this month on this WNL. Everything on that show, every super chat, every super sticker, 100% goes to the Kids Wish. So bring your billfold.
Yeah.
And the news thing. I did see it. Come and think about it. I did see a name up here that kind of or maybe it was an email. Maybe it was
Oh
an
yes,
email.
thanks, Phil. Yes, please
Here
hit
it
the
is.
like button and subscribe if you have not already. And then when this comes out a little later, put a comment in there for Skip.
Yeah. An email
Please.
from a guy, Albert Campbell. Name of the show, Afterthoughts. I don't know. What do you think?
Afterthoughts.
He says
Yeah.
Afterthought News. I think that's too long, but I'm thinking Afterthoughts.
Huh.
We'll have to write that down as a
That's
name.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Albert and the rest of you, I appreciate you coming here. Had a good time. Wrestler, sorry I drug you in here like this.
That's fine. Oh, and for those of you who do want to be on the show, Skip will guide you through it. So
Yeah, it's
if
easy.
so if you get a blank, here to ask you questions, not a big deal, and bring you right out of it. So
We can
Hear-
even
hear
do a
know what
phone
to do.
call. We
Yeah.
can even do a phone call. I mean,
Mhm.
I did one with Sue a while ago on here just to see if I knew how to do it. And it worked perfect.
Oh yeah.
Have you done
the
a phone call on-
Roadcaster?
Yeah, well, I got the old Roadcaster. You got the new one.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah, I used the Roadcaster here, and when Sue called, and I told everybody, hey, let's see if we can get her on. And so,
Awesome.
and I didn't know if it'd work or not, and it worked perfect. Everybody said they could hear her.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we should make obscene phone calls.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just to mess with each other. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call a carpet cleaning company and ask them if they can get a lot of blood out.
Oh yeah.
Can you,
Yeah, we
can
had-
you get the blood out of the curtains too?
Yeah, both. By the way, we have a wheelbarrow. Can you get rid of what's in it?
Yeah. Can you haul things away?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Should I wrap it in plastic?
Yeah.
All right,
them
man.
out.
Thanks for coming on. We'll get out of
You
here.
bet.
Thanks, everybody. See you on WNL show. Let me know what you think about this news thing because I go by what you tell me.
Oh,
And,
do you want me to stay on?
Hmm?
Do you want me to stay on for after? Oh, by the way, for those of you in the chat, usually afterwards, he goes off live and then we talk.
All
about the show.
You know, that's the one thing that I want StreamYard to do, and they haven't done it yet. And I've sent the request in. I want them to be able to be before like WNL starts. You know how a half hour before the show starts, we get backstage and
Right.
make sure everything's okay, and then we insult one another and whatever we're
Mhm.
doing back there.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
want to be able to record that separate
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and then use that as a, I don't know, call it backstage or something. I just think some of those things that we do back there is funny.
I am so sorry. I know you said you were leaving, but this finally answers the question, I think.
What's that?
If you're on an iPhone, evidently the $5 shows up as $4.99.
Why's that?
Now that I don't know yet.
Is iPhone taking money out of my pocket?
Maybe.
Well,
That's interesting.
I didn't know that either.
Oh, and Chuck said that he'll donate extra if he can make the crank phone calls. Deal,
Who?
Chuck. Chuck B. Here.
He said what now?
He says, I'll donate extra if I can crank phone calls. In other words, if he can make the crank phone calls. I'm sorry, if you
It
make
says,
I'm sorry,
I donate
misread it.
extra if
If
you
make okay. Make
that's
the crank
you
phone
he's
calls.
talking about. That's you.
No, you.
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 You're the you.
That'd
I'm
be-
me.
no.
No, I'm me. You're
Who's,
you.
who's on first?
What's on second?
All righty.
All
All
right,
right,
man.
everybody. Have
Yeah.
a good night.
Hang around. Hang around.
All right.
See y'all.
Oh, good night,
Andy.
Becky.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, everybody.